Welcome to the Sativa Cross Podcast, live from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. We made it.
We did. That was a long drive.
Woo!
Lefty probably thought I was a stalker. I followed him in.
You followed him in?
I did. And then kind of went around him and showed him some things.
That's all right. I've been stalking him since I woke up, so.
I did notice your vehicle a few times.
Yes. It's very,
Very noticeable.
very, very noticeable.
My first time here, guys.
Welcome, honeybee.
Thank you.
Yes, welcome to our capital. If you look up at talking about seeds above your head,
Oh, wow. Wow. If you guys could only see the ceiling.
it says, "My God will make it the seed."
There you go. We got seeds.
I've got seeds.
We all got seeds.
Good genetics. Good genetics.
Yes.
Why is this? I only have one ear.
Why is that?
Lefty, we need to buy new equipment.
Lefty only got left ear.
I have one ear. That's all right. I'll work with it.
Is it your right one?
It is my right one right now. It could be my left one.
My right one right now?
At least you can hear out of both ears.
I can hear out of both
That's
ears.
good.
Maybe only 75% out of both.
My husband would be like, "What?"
Yeah.
That's a natural reaction I have. What?
What?
Yeah,
What?
what?
What should you say?
What?
Okay, sorry, guys.
You're all good? Are we on?
We
Dead air?
lost our song.
Put the song
We
back.
lost our song, man. Our theme song. We got to open with the theme song. So while I set up and produce, you guys get rid of that dead air, right?
No
Thanks.
dead airs here. So here we are. We're in the Rotunda in Pennsylvania, Harrisburg. It's the state capital. We are trying.
You know, I drive 2 hours, 2.5 hours every time to get here, and if I actually bring my business partner, it's 3.5 hours because I go an hour out of my way to grab
to
grab
get
her.
somebody, yeah.
Yeah.
And there's people that are smoking weed in their couch. So.
He's picking on me, like telling me to empty my pockets and get up against the wall, but they don't mean it. They don't mean
I mean, they have a serious security issue, and we respect that.
Yeah, but they're seriously cool guys.
They
Too.
were super cool. They were super nice to me.
The one guy wouldn't let me bring my 5 foot by 5 foot sign in one day, and the other guy's like, "Oh no, she's been here 1,000 times with that. You have to let her in."
Are you gonna hurt someone with your big sign?
Apparently, cardboard's scary.
Careful. She has
Sharp edges.
She has
you
a
know.
big sign.
I have a very big sign.
Pointy.
Lefty has a.
Down for the old man.
You deserve it. You've earned it. You've earned the chair.
And here I specifically didn't
Here, I'll
bring
dance
my
behind
cane
Honeybee.
today, so I would not be
Lefty.
perceived as too old.
Is it on camera?
Lefty, I promise.
Yeah, so
That's what she said.
we have some
I thought that's what he
breaking
said,
news.
not she.
That's what everyone said.
We do have some.
We have
Blame it
some-
on me.
yeah, we
Fuck
have-
It needs to be tighter, honey.
Yeah, we have breaker. An officer called Herb Flowers.
His name is Herb Flowers.
Hello, Ed Fortune. You're on the air. How are you?
Yes.
Oh, I'm okay, yourself.
Good, man. So listen, I know you're being charged with cyberbullying this police officer named Herb Flowers in Trenton. Is there new developments in that case?
Yes, just recently been revealed that he claimed that he had PTSD, that he was suffering from PTSD from an incident he had to be, and now people are picking on him and calling him
We're gonna pick on him too.
He's collecting some type of workman's comp right now. And yeah, his fellow police officers think it's funny, and
So do we.
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
I think
So-
Herb is just trying to get on the
they're
medical
laughing
marijuana
at him.
program.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, now he qualifies for weed.
I was gonna say, isn't
So
he
should be
qualified
happy.
condition over
Weed-
there now? Yeah. Well.
Yeah, weed man got him eligible for marijuana.
Yay, we did.
Good job, Weed Man.
That's how good of an activist you are. You are advocating for the
converted one.
police.
Yeah, we need more patience.
Herb Flower.
Herb's butthurt.
Cyber bully.
Oh, this thing.
Tender.
I
bud.
thought that was so funny.
Oh my
I
God.
thought that was so funny when I was told.
But he's kind of making a mockery of PTSD at that point. I think. I would think.
What, say that again?
He's making a mockery of PTSD because he's lying. He doesn't have PTSD. Come on.
Maybe
you know?
he does, but not from from Weed Man.
He
Yeah,
ain't like
not
waking up thinking he's dying or anything. I can guarantee that.
Is he showering? Is he? I mean, can you have you
No,
seen?
he's just trying to ride the system. But listen,
Yeah.
there's also something else. There's another development that he's also implicated in. Do you remember a few months ago, the police officer in Trenton killed himself when he was implicated for having sex with a hooker?
Oh my God. Yes.
Well, he's one of the other 4 officers.
Oh.
Yes, so he's in a under sexual investigation for having sex for the job with the hooker.
Oh my God. I'd have PTSD too if I had to worry about all that.
Yeah, so that's probably what he's really doing. He's just getting out of work, so he doesn't have to deal with all that. Everybody knows that. All his co-workers know that he's under investigation for having sex with a hooker, and Weed Man called him a pedophile, and people called him a pedophile. So he's under a lot of scrutiny now. See, the funny thing though is, he is a bully. Like, if it was some like nice cop, like some Boston guard type dude, then I would feel bad about bullying him. But since he's a physical bully to other people, and he's like a bad cop, then I don't have a problem doing this to him. Matter of fact, the video that I posted online today, I wonder
Our microphone failed. I don't know what happened. So get your phone ready.
We can always live stream.
And what we'll do is we'll get your phone ready.
That's
if
what
you
I was
see
thinking.
Turd Face, whatever his name is, you call me on the phone, and then you follow him, and I'll put you on the air here.
I actually have not seen one legislator at all today.
What do they do around here? Don't they work?
I don't think today's a working day.
I don't think so.
Brandon, have you ever seen such crap in your life?
No, I have not.
They get more days off than the kids.
So I had a little drive today. Not too bad though. Not compared to you guys.
You're punny. A little drive.
You just echoed like it had some weird. That was crazy. They're coming to get us.
Our drive was about 3 hours.
About 3?
I thought it was ironic that you came in the same way I did. I'm like, I'm just right down the road, literally, and you guys are right beside me. I'm like, well, shouldn't they be coming from a different direction?
Right? I saw your truck. Or not?
Yes.
This microphone is driving me crazy. It's going to fall off.
I think that's the one that literally smacked me in the head last time I was here.
Where'd Lefty go?
He
said
went downstairs. Would you like to
He's
say
hunting?
something?
I don't want to say anything, no.
Why?
You're saying
I
something.
just get nervous. I left, he disappeared. I thought he teleported out of here or something.
They kidnapped you.
Yeah, you never know what happens. It's like Area 51 up here. We're in the government
I know,
building.
he just left like that.
You'd be surprised.
I didn't even see him leave. I guess I wasn't paying attention.
Wow. Wow. Welcome.
Wow.
Do you know why we're here today?
Why are we here today?
I'm asking you. Do you know why?
I don't need to know why we're here today. I just show up and
You
smile.
just show up? That's great.
I'm not allowed. Oh,
They're
they brought the
bringing in-
dogs
they
in
brought
for
the
us.
dogs.
They
Uh-oh.
did.
Yep.
Well, it kept moving. We're
Ooh,
good.
let the dogs out. Woof, woof.
They kept moving. We're good, I guess.
Huh?
guys.
Yeah, we're all right.
That was a close one.
I was like, well, let's see. It can't be any worse than the day I laid
We-
down in front of Terzai's office door.
Hi guys, how you doing?
Hello.
Good, thanks.
We made sure we all wore clean clothing.
I didn't.
So, oh.
That was the day I forgot my MAC cards. Like, this will be the day I get arrested and can't
Don't
bail my
speak
ass
for
out.
yourself, hippie.
Don't get too close to the dog then.
Yeah, he would. If he's a drug dog, he will not like my hair.
Just your
Or
hair
he
would
will.
Scan.
Hair follicles, skin. It's in there. It's like ragu. It's in there.
It's in there.
It's
good.
not hard to find.
So the edibles help for you? They work. It works good for you.
Me?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yes, they do.
You're the
They
man of
work-
the hour here, man.
They work great, tremendously. It helps with appetite, pain.
Keeping you off pharmaceutical type stuff, or not that
I,
strong?
I
or-
don't take any pharmaceuticals
Excellent.
except for my diabetes medicine. That's all I take.
Do you hear that? State government,
They
no
want-
pharmaceuticals over here.
They want me to be on about 15 different pills, but
You and
I'm
I
not on a
both,
single
brother.
one.
But a plant he could grow in his backyard would save us all a lot of money.
Yes, it would.
It would.
And it's better for you.
Right.
1,000 times better.
But we don't have lobbyists like the pharmaceutical company.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish
They're
they'd
after
pay
big
me the way
money.
they pay their
But wait,
lobbyists.
here we are sitting in the state capitol. Maybe we do have lobbyists.
We do, but we're on our own dime. See, we're doing this wrong.
Oh, yeah, I'm not getting paid for this.
Yeah, this is.
Nope.
Do you know you can buy hemp oil down in the cafeteria?
What?
Can you really?
Oh, yes.
You
yes,
can
yes.
buy hemp oil.
Yes, it's
That's-
made and processed in Pennsylvania, actually.
It's processed here, but it's not grown here.
No,
It's
It's
like a-
grown in Canada.
Like a cold
What is
pressed
his
hemp
name?
seed oil or
Yes.
something like that?
There's a.
It's good for you. It's healthy.
The gentleman's
16
name.
bottles a bottle and says it's a superfood. Now, isn't that kind of funny?
I buy some from Whole
is
Foods.
funny.
I usually just like put it on rice and stuff like that. Anyway, I can get it. Sometimes I just drink it, but I don't recommend that. It's good to just get it in your body, though. It's good for you.
I live in Amish land, so you could literally buy like the dead hemp seeds in the store and cook with them.
Only dead ones, though.
Only dead ones, yeah.
What do they
Trust
cook
me,
them or
I've tried
something?
to grow
Steam
that
them
shit.
or something?
They
You don't
kill,
know.
They
Something.
kill them for sure.
They do. They make them non-germinatable.
Yes, non.
That's not nice,
Growable.
Amish people.
It's gotta be.
Thou
bad for
shalt
you,
not
though.
kill.
They're killing.
I haven't seen any Amish people.
No Amish people?
No.
You haven't come far
I
enough
was
into the state
looking.
yet.
Man. What's that movie? Sixth Sense. I see Amish people.
Yeah,
I
didn't
live
see
in
any.
Children of the Corn area.
Children of the Corn area?
You do.
Absolutely. Oh yes.
Ooh, that sounds cool in here.
That does sound cool.
Except
You know, do a little mixing
I'm-
over
I don't know
there.
how to do that.
Deaf
Where is it?
now.
You know, it's like,
Which one? Strain?
yeah, one of those. Not that one.
Try another.
Over. Go to your left. It's one of those. Oh, I think it might be the next one. There you go. Nope.
No, we're getting nothing here.
Okay. Now go
The,
to-
the world is listening to me.
There's only
amuse
one
myself.
more. There's only one more. Like. Hey.
Hello, 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 hello.
Okay.
This is excellent. Fuck. Ooh, I almost swore. This is excellent radio right here.
Excellent.
Yeah, none of this works. None of this works, honeybee.
I
Honeybee,
think I'm deaf now, though.
I just.
you're
did it.
fired.
No, I.
Yeah,
did
you
it.
just did this the other night.
I did.
And yeah, you couldn't keep your eyes open, and neither could I.
I know it was rough. I was so tired.
We need a lefty.
Try the other one.
What other one? There's 94 of them in front of me
Try
here.
the third one over.
This one? Hello?
No, the next one.
Hello?
Oh, there you go.
That one, yeah, I think
Hello?
that's it.
That works.
Hello? Oh, it goes on. Hey. All right.
I think that's
All right,
it.
ready? Hippie, give me
Stop
some.
touching stuff.
Can we hear
Now he's gonna kill
You're
me.
gonna make the dog howl.
Sorry, I was getting ghostly there for a second. We're not usually indoors. We don't usually have an echo to play with, so we have to experiment a
Well,
little.
look, we have an audience up there.
We're highly entertaining, I'm sure.
Right.
This is what happens when the producer steps away. Lefty, you're supposed to go to the bathroom before the show starts. You can't leave us here to do this by ourselves. Let's look. We could play with Lefty's Facebook. We could cause trouble.
Oh, let's do.
Look at, he's got 7,994 notifications on Facebook. He is a popular dude.
He is.
Oh, he's back. He caught me messing with his Facebook. I better run.
You spoke him into being.
He's gone again.
Yeah. Oh, he's gone again. And he's back.
He doesn't even know what we're talking about.
Oh,
so
around
you're
to the
good.
left, my friend. Around to the left. You're supposed to use the bathroom before the show.
Are you serious? You're really going to the bathroom right now?
I had to get something from the truck. You know that running got me.
Lefty
Energized
did a
him
lot
up
of
a little,
running,
you know?
so Lefty
Okay.
must use the latrine.
He got cold.
Do you have a shovel?
Bubble guts.
We're really like
He's got to take a picture.
we are absolutely pulling for content here.
You're right.
Jeez.
I can do the ghost echo again. That was fun.
Well, let's
Oh, yeah. That
talk
was
about
fun. That was a
why
lot of fun.
You want to see who's got balls here?
Yeah.
Who's got
they
balls
only
here?
covered the kids with
Why,
Dravet
what's up?
syndrome.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm not afraid.
I did last time.
Oh, look at that.
I'm not afraid to bring my cannabis across the border here. Look at that. How's that, huh? Look at that.
Yeah.
There you go.
You want to see who's not afraid? Want to see
Really?
who's not afraid?
Really?
I'll roll it and smoke it right here.
Really? There's nothing in there. Really?
Like alcohol.
That's okay for a minute. I'm like shit my pants. I'm like,
Wow. What a liar.
His cannabis evaporated at the border.
I
That was a nice trick.
Last time
though.
he
It's
said
that
he hit it
ghost
beside a
weed.
tree.
It's invisible.
Ghost
That's
weed.
pretty impressive how they make it evaporate right as soon as you hit the border. Your disease and your cannabis goes away
Well,
as
wasn't
soon as you
Tony
cross the
just saying
border.
about ghosts?
He was, yeah. We were just
So it was
discussing
ghost
ghosts.
weed.
It's
I
ghost
left
weed.
it at the
Yeah.
border.
I think
There's
it's
a-
the
That's
new
ghost weed. It
tinniness.
is. Yeah,
It
that's
is,
the
it
ghost
is.
weed.
Inhale it. Just
We have found the ghost weed. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what I'm doing here.
Well, now I'm deaf.
I'll put the lid back on.
Well, at least when my husband's yelling at
Does
me,
it
then I
smell
don't
good at
care.
least?
No,
Good
it smells
hearing.
like alcohol.
That smells like alcohol. Oh, he even washed it. He was nervous.
He washed all the fingerprints.
He's such a tough guy. He washed out the resin from the jar.
and he doesn't even know where he's going.
Oh, God.
Oh, he's funny.
So what's going on here in Pennsylvania? We should actually do some work while we're here. We should lobby. We should talk about something proper. We're not
should.
here to just joke around, are
I
we?
mean, I should actually.
Well,
I mean, we'll
since
joke around all day.
Patients are not covered right now. We're actually pushing for decrim across the board.
Decrim across the board in Pennsylvania.
Right.
Now, Virginia just put in, I saw the Cannabis Project posted an article about Virginia posting a full state decrim. So,
Well, see, we have breaking news too. That the co-sponsor amendment was just sent out for gaining small amounts of marijuana bill.
what,
So,
statewide though?
Statewide, yeah.
Statewide, that's excellent. That keeps people from going to prison that are just, nobodies that are just got a little bit of weed. That's the fact they're still putting people in a cage for cannabis is ridiculous.
It is, and the fact is, we have municipalities across Pennsylvania that's already decriminalizing without the state. I mean, Harrisburg's decriminalized within the borough.
Borough, yep.
Philly, Pittsburgh, State College.
Yeah, yeah. But everything is different. Like it's all different amounts. It's all different fines for it.
Fighting for your borders. That's
Yeah.
what the Lefty won his award for, searching for borders.
But yet, I live out in the country and I still can't get my medicine.
Hey.
Use it. It's ridiculous.
That is. We need to change that. Welcome back.
Okay.
Got everything done?
Yeah, now I'm good.
That was a nice trick you pulled there.
That didn't impress you? Bringing my jar
No,
across the border?
no.
I got to have a full jar to
No.
impress you?
Have you
Yeah.
smelt the inside of that?
Yeah, it smells clean. Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What?
I'm scared.
Smart.
Not even one.
It's smart.
Not even one granule.
No, that's not scared. That's being smart.
I live in a drug war. What do you want from me?
We are the drug war here in the capital.
Tony Alshire's here with your service dog. What's your service dog's name? Alex.
Atlas.
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 He holds up Tony's world.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sweetheart. Wow. Nice.
That's a nice dog.
Yeah, it's nice to see service dogs walk around.
I saw another dog and I'm like, another drug dog. Oh, good. Which one we like?
It's a drug dog. That was a drug dog in here before?
Yes. we missed
Probably.
it. They went over there.
Oh.
There was a nice gentleman with his pretty dog, but I'm assuming that they know we don't have explosives.
Oh, well, okay. So, yeah.
Well, a lot
Here-
of kids today.
Yeah, this is just like the State House in Trenton. A lot of kids walking around and parents and teachers. And it's a big deal for these kids to come to a place like this and meet their politicians and see how their government works. See, kids, this is how your government doesn't work.
Right, you can't
If you
see
notice,
any of them.
There's
See,
nobody
kids,
here.
you see these politicians, kids? Don't be like them. Don't be like the politicians you meet here today, really.
Work.
They're the worst. Be better than them. These guys have failed you on every level. Be better than these guys.
Go above and beyond.
Yeah. Yeah, these guys are, I don't know what these guys are. They're not politicians. They're like slaves to the pharmaceutical industry.
I can show you 3 months worth of text showing you the failings of a particular one that's been telling me he'll help me.
Who's that?
Oh, well, I kind of got to keep that quiet, but I'll hand you the phone so you can see.
Who? What's his name?
Yeah.
What?
It sounded about taking the D out of Mike again.
Oh, taking the D out of Mike. I don't know if he likes that. He likes the D
They
in
never
there.
like when we talk about them.
Turd's eye.
Turd's eye.
Turd's eye. He needs the D in there. Yeah. So what's the name here? Oh, look at that. Oh.
Now, there was prior talking before December 12th. But this is the person that approached me and said that they would look into it themselves. Still waiting for them to look into it.
Just checking in with you.
So sorry. So sorry.
I haven't heard anything, and we'll keep you updated as far as what happens tomorrow at the lawyer's office.
I'm sorry. Michelle, my staff attorney, has been sick. I will see her tomorrow.
Okay, no worries. Just checking. I've seen a lot on Facebook today about your own fight. I hope good health for you, and glad cannabis helped you out as well. No need to be sorry, and thanks for the heads up.
Hello, I've been sick the last couple of days. I will call you tomorrow. Sorry for the delay.
You know what I don't do? I never complain to patients anymore. I learned my lesson. I sat there with Michelle for one day, and I said, boy, Michelle, my back hurts. My back, my butt. She's like, you're a pussy. She goes, I have MS. I'm in pain every day. I sleep in pain. I'm like, oh, all right, never mind.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say nothing. That's why I hang out with patients.
We appreciate your pain. We're there feeling it with you in
Good.
our own ways.
It's there. It's there. But, when you talk to people that are in worse pain than you, it's scary. Because I'm in a lot of pain, and if somebody has worse pain than me, ooh.
You'll find patients.
Ow.
You'll find patients have a lot of patience until they have no patience. And they have no patience when it comes to complaining.
Man. Brandon, do you have pain? I'm sure you have some pain, right?
Oh, yeah, I got pain all the time in my legs and my wrists and all over.
Does it go away, or?
With cannabis.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it
it.
helps. It helps tremendously.
What strain are you using?
My personal favorite right now is Gorilla Glue number 4.
Oh, wow. I like that one. Yes, that's a great
Gorilla
one.
Glue
That's a
4?
great one.
Gorilla.
Yes,
Yep.
we love Gorilla Glue 4.
Yes.
Yeah.
But my all-time favorite is the Purple Oracle.
Purple? I never had that in my life.
I've never had anything purple.
Really?
Purple Kush.
I went to Colorado searching for it and still didn't find it.
Wow.
Wow.
That's a sad story.
It is. I
need
think
to
I have to go back.
I'll get you some.
Maybe Oregon has it.
I'll have to go back and I'll have to podcast.
Just put the word out.
And I'll have
It'll be a
to
business
podcast.
trip.
Yes. Sounds good.
Well,
My
go
my
ahead.
favorite strain ever was Dr. Atomic's Afghani. I drove all the way from Buffalo, New York to Vancouver, Canada for those seeds.
Psychotic
Back in the
OG
90s.
was very nice. In
Yeah, it was worth the
Colorado.
drive.
It was
That sounds good too. Psychotic OG.
Psychotic OG. I'm like, is this my life?
Wow.
Psychotic OG. I think I have some girls that would call me that.
You're a
Another
special
nice strain is Alaskan Thunderfuck.
Oh, can we say that
I
here?
just saw some fresh harvested Alaskan Thunderfuck. It was
You
it
can't
looks
say
real
that.
good. ATF,
You
ATF,
can't say
ATF, ATF here. We got kids, but yeah, it looks real good. I can't wait to try it.
It's delicious.
You could take him to the state house, but you can't make him be quiet.
This is my inappropriate no button. Whenever anybody's inappropriate, you're going to hear this.
No.
You don't want to hear this.
I don't like no. I don't take no for an answer. Ask Matt Baker if I take no for
No
an
means
answer.
yes.
Who's Matt Baker? Tell me,
Matt
please.
Baker was another one of our obstructionists that would not let our cannabis program go.
Why? He hates kids?
He's even worse than Turd's Eye.
He hates marijuana. He was the one that said about pot fell in a building because he had cannabis in the system. Or a building fell on a dude because they had cannabis in the system.
Oh. Intellectual.
Yeah.
They're known as the Farmer Bros. Matt Baker and Mr. Turd's Eye. They're
Let's
the
just
Farmer
say
Bros.
I had to stop bruising
We
him.
call them the
'cause-
Blood Brothers.
Yeah, I had to stop bruising him. He threatened me with harassment.
Wait, you mean Blood Money Brothers?
Yeah.
Blood Money. Yeah. Yeah. We have one in
I
Christie.
don't. No, the best one was we don't take money from the pharmaceutical companies. It's the corporations and groups behind them we take the money from.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me 1 second.
You're excused.
Just having a little technical problem here. You guys can go. Don't mind me. I'm just doing my thing here. I'm sorry.
Well, let's see. What all did we do to Matt Baker? We went to his district and went door to door and asked all the different stores around him who supported cannabis. We did house visits to a lot of his constituents. We went to the middle of literally freaking nowhere and held a rally, which got picked up by 420 Weed Magazine in California. And they did a big story about how he was an obstructionist all the way in California. We changed his Wikipedia page. We shut down his Facebook. We showed up in his office with like 5 or 6 different sets of petitions. We took 2 binders full of medical studies because he said there was no medical studies on cannabis. We took him 2 binderfuls with like 2,000 medical studies.
That's it? Just 2,000? That's all you can find?
No, I didn't even do it. Somebody else did it for me.
There's only 2,000? Come on.
I think somebody got tired of printing.
When will they figure it out?
They don't want to figure it out.
They've been doing this since 1845, I think, with Dr. Shaughnessy.
Is it really that they have to figure it out, or do they have to stop screwing the American public for the profit
They have to figure out how to make it lucratively money-making system.
Figure out the money. Yeah. How do we make money off a plant that should be free?
And that's the problem, is they don't want anyone else to make all that money.
Yeah. And then next is air. We're going to figure out how to make money off air and water.
I'm
well,
sure
they do.
They make a movie about that.
They do.
They're already on the water. Yeah.
Wow.
They're working on the air. Did you see the Lorax movie? Of course, you know, me with the toddlers and stuff. Like, the Lorax movie's got to be about hemp. I swear to God.
I didn't see that.
Gotta be. That should be awesome. At the last song they do, "Let It Grow," there's a song. They're like totally talking about air quality, and it's hemp. You have to see it. It's hemp. Get stoned and watch the Lorax with Lefty.
All right, let's do it.
I think the Lorax was talking about hemp.
Did they grow hemp in Fuji, the Fukushima, whatever the place is, the Japan radiation?
Fukushima.
Fukushima.
Or
Didn't they plant hemp over there to help the?
Who knows, really? I mean,
I want to hear it's still leaking.
We should look into that.
Scary.
They should, and they need
That
to.
is
but
very
I don't believe they
scary.
have.
I heard that was an option. Was going to planting hemp over
I
there.
always say, they say that hemp can detoxify the ground, and then
Yes.
there's some strains of mushrooms that Paul Stamets out in Oregon is growing that they fill up like burlap sacks with the mushroom spawn, and they put them in rivers, and it cleans the toxins out of the water. Some new
that's
experimental
cool.
stuff, but it's all organic, they say. I mean, I can't verify it's all real yet, but I think it is.
Lefty, I think we have a story here that you might want to break. There's a married couple here on their honeymoon, and
Okay, sure, send them over. Sure, they want to
give
talk
up
to
on-
us.
come on over. We'd like to hear
Yeah.
your story.
Wow, a married couple on your honeymoon.
Misty and Dan.
Come on
Hey,
in.
Misty
Come
and
on
Dan, how you guys
down.
doing? What's going on? Come on down here. Oh, you're good, honeybee. Stay here. Where you going?
Honeybee,
Where are you going?
don't leave me, honeybee.
Good afternoon, or good morning still.
Good morning.
How you doing, man?
How you doing?
Good. Congratulations.
Yes.
Oh,
thank you.
So what are you guys doing here at the Rotunda?
We just came from our formal arraignments.
Wait a minute, what?
We left the Cumberland County Courthouse, and we had heard about this event through a few activist Facebook groups that I'm involved in. And we left that courthouse from our formal arraignment to come down and meet you guys and talk to y'all.
So this is your honeymoon?
Not
No,
quite.
it gets better from
I've
there.
seen, yeah. Oh my
better.
God.
So,
This was actually the state's wedding present to us. This
we,
happened
we,
on our wedding
we
night.
were what I would classify as harassed on our wedding night at the hotel in which we got married and stayed in. And when we came back from our honeymoon, the state had decided to gift us some his and hers matching charges.
Really?
Really?
That's very nice of them.
I was flattered that they thought of me.
That's really nice.
His and hers indictments.
We had a beautiful wedding for what it's worth, and I wouldn't change a thing. At about 3 in the morning on our wedding night in our hotel, we were actually in the hotel pool, nowhere near what would become the center of my wedding gift. The police had decided to cruise the parking lot of the venue that we were in. They ran the plates on my car. Now, I am a valid, licensed, insured, registered, and inspected driver in Pennsylvania. I was nowhere near my vehicle, nor was my new husband. However, due to some pending charges and a suspended license, even though he's the second registered user on my car, that prompted them to get out of their vehicle and shine their flashlights in my empty vehicle long enough to find something that they could qualify as valid to bring in the dogs. So at 3:30 in the morning,
What'd they see?
they saw my perfectly legal vaporizer purchased legally in this state, and they saw a perfectly legal rolled tobacco roller. Not before, I'm sure, they saw my wedding gown and my wedding decorations. They called in the dogs. At that point, this was about the time that we were really discovering how much they seemed to want to talk to us. And I was informed that I basically had two options. I could give them the keys and let
in a license, but
You know that they do that just because they want you to screw yourself.
well, I obviously didn't know that at the time. This is, new to me. So they say, everything you have, tell us now, you'll go home
Thank you.
tonight. So I told them everything I
Not
had.
promising to work.
They come back and they said, we're sorry. Our assistant district attorney said, you're not going home tonight.
Yeah, we lied to you so you would make our job easier and incriminate yourself so that we could then ruin your life.
When they run your plates and see your names, they can see any pending charges. The way my lawyer had explained it to me, as a result, that gave them that leeway to really start snooping around my car with their flashlights until they did find enough to call in dogs and impound my car, which raises the question that what's the difference between profiling and harassment? At that point, you're talking Sunday into Monday morning, 3, 4 o'clock. We weren't even in the room. There was no loud parties. There was no one near my vehicle. They did not attempt to speak to me until he told them that I had the keys to the vehicle, because it is, in fact, primarily my vehicle. So they really only wanted to, what I would qualify as, harass him about it. My lawyer explained that because he had these previous charges, of which he is yet to be found guilty of, that was where they get that leeway, and that profile use their time, my tax dollars, because we are productive members of this society. Really, could 3 separate police cruisers not have been doing other things besides parking my vehicle in? And at what point are we really just going to continue to sit down and allow this type of harassment from the people sworn to protect us? Because I don't feel protected. I don't feel safe when I see a police officer behind my vehicle.
No.
I know that they're going to run my plate and see my charges, and now I'm wondering when the next attempted harassment will come from just sitting in my vehicle or owning a vehicle.
Trust me, I know you're paying well.
And at that, we can talk about their endless need to penalize him for having a suspended license, because in the state of Pennsylvania, it's not illegal for a suspended licensed driver to own a vehicle. So just seeing his name and suspended license does not forfeit him from the legal right to be an owner of a vehicle. It doesn't forfeit him the right to be the primary owner of a vehicle, even though in this case he was not. So we're here today with y'all because why are they proceeding with him? ARD isn't admitting guilt, but it is definitely an omission of something. So why proceed and waste an unnecessary amount of court time and
Because the
tax
prosecutors
dollars?
are going to charge everything that they possibly think they can get away with so that they can negotiate down to anything that they can possibly get you for, so they can call it a win on their little cheat sheet record and say that they won and ruined another life over cannabis, and so they can charge you guys more money for two of you in court every time.
Correct.
Let's talk about that for a second. Because
Certainly.
I had a meeting with my court-appointed lawyer today at the courthouse, and he said
You're a public pretender?
well, he's actually a court-appointed attorney.
Oh,
He's
that's
not a
so
public
true.
defender. He's actually an attorney that the court brings in. Somehow I got that lucky. Okay. So he was saying to me today as I was filling out the paperwork for my formal arraignment, you know, if you think you're not guilty of this, you need to let me know now or as soon as possible. I said, like now, like right now, or like should I call you in private and talk about this? He's like, well, are you planning on pleading not guilty? I said, yes, I'm planning on pleading not guilty. He's like, why don't you sit on that for a few days?
Yeah, because they want everyone
You're
to come
right.
in and plead guilty and be
Right.
done and pay your money and get out of their hair.
He said, why don't you sit on that for a few days? I said, well, I've already sat on it for quite a few. I think I'm good. I'm going to plead not guilty. So I find out that my formal arraignment for my first set of charges was actually today as well. So I got to knock out two birds in one stone. Thank the state government for that.
Small things, right? Small things.
Exactly.
Silver linings.
So when I went up to my formal arraignment for my first set of charges, they brought that court-appointed attorney up with me, and he said he pulled me out of the courtroom afterwards, and he sat me down. He was like, you know, I actually looked a little deeper into your case, and I think I'm gonna file a motion of suppression. So how quick was that judgment that he just wanted to scoop me on by? Like I didn't know what I was talking
And
about.
apparently he was telling you that before he even read your case.
Right.
Public pretender.
Yeah.
They're not there to help you.
Well, and what kills me about that is that, like, so he had obviously some version of a Cliff's Notes to feel as though he had advice to offer and whether or not we should be looking for him to plead guilty or not guilty. And it took him 20 minutes to actually read it and not just browse it to change his own opinion on how legal my search may or may not have been. Because in all actuality, I wish that I had decided to fight a little bit harder. The ARD thing for me was faster and it's easier and it makes sense and I'm not necessarily sorry, but if I had more money to fight these charges.
Well, yeah, and that's how they get you. They get you in the web, and then they're like, all right, how much are you willing to fight? You know,
And I just-
and this is why
I don't have that kind of
This is
cash.
why millionaires don't get charged with
Right.
3.5 grams
Right.
worth of cannabis.
Right.
I thought everyone was equal in this country.
And potting
Exactly.
soil.
You know, if I made $100,000 a year, I wouldn't even be having a conversation with you.
Because you would have paid $5 grand for a lawyer, and it would have got dropped the first time they walked in.
Exactly.
And that's the thing that has me the most bothered is if I had more money and had more leeway, that I do believe that this search was completely out of line. I do believe that my rights are violated. I'll never get that night back. I'll never have my wedding night unmarred.
And you had a legal driver. It wasn't.
I
that-
was- yeah, like
you
I was
had a
there.
license. You were there. You were parked. You were in your hotel room.
Parked is the
Yes,
thing.
We were in the
like
pool. We had
We
permission.
weren't even in the hotel. Exactly. We weren't even in the hotel room that the car was parked in front of. We were actually
That's illegal search and
probably,
seizure from
you
minute
know,
one, in my
1,000 feet
opinion.
away in the,
It's gotta
in the
be.
pool.
I agree.
And I couldn't really even fathom. And the irony is I had a friend following my honeymoon. We were telling him about some of the events because truthfully it's a struggle to honestly talk about these things because you feel like I feel ashamed. I don't want to tell people about my wedding night. Sorry.
You didn't do anything wrong. Your government, your tax-paid police officer violated your rights on your wedding night.
I waited 2 years past my engagement to marry the man I love, and the government took that from me, and I'm so
He's
mad.
sitting right there. They didn't take anything away from you. It took 1 minute away from you.
Yeah, they took some
Don't
time
let 'em
away.
have it. Don't even
Don't
let
give
'em
it to
have
'em.
it.
Don't give it to them. Don't let them get in your head like that. 'Cause
But
we're
I
get-
had a friend ask why I even thought, like, we were in the pool, we saw the police, and I knew, like, my heart sank, and he was like, why would you even think that? I'm like, well, my life. Like, we're already in this system because of his previous incident, so why wouldn't
Because you
I
prefer to
think
use
that?
a non-toxic herb to
Yeah.
relax.
Yeah.
And
Correct.
honestly, like, I battle with depression. I have my own needs that set aside from the clear recreational aspects. Like, I can speak to mentally being better when I'm not clouded. And it's so frustrating, just the whole ordeal, because I don't want to take a litany of prescription drugs where the side effects are worse than the problem you have in the first place.
And who in this world is to tell you what makes you feel better?
Who in this world has the right to regulate plants? Like, it grows like that. Like, if something just grows in that nature.
Certainly not manufacturing.
Exactly. Like, I could take a myriad of depression medication that's formulated in chemical compound after chemical compound, but as someone who is genuinely health conscious, I don't want that crap in my body. I don't.
I didn't
want
get out
worse
of bed for
problems
3
than
years
I
with
woke
our
up with
drugs.
in the morning. Oh, sorry. I get a little overwhelmed.
It's real life. Living real life right here.
And that's and the irony is, it's like I have a family member that obviously knows a good bit of what's going on from the inside perspective. And after we've gone through some of these things, because they want you to work with them, and if you work with us, we'll work with you. And she's like, this is almost like a movie, and I'm like, no, like, it doesn't feel like a movie. I don't feel like a star.
A horror flick, maybe.
Exactly. That's the worst 6 months of my life. And I've had a pretty crappy life, given your perspective. So, like, if I can look at this scenario and tell you that, like, coming from some of the things I know I come from, that this has been the absolute worst period of my life when it should be the best. I'm a newlywed. I'm starting this beautiful thing with my husband, and we're growing our business, which is not a manufacturing business. How can I want to know, honestly, how that police officer sleeps at night knowing that he actively ruined someone's wedding night.
A man that's paid to protect and serve you.
What's his name?
Truthfully, I don't even remember. I try not to think about him because I don't feel like he deserves that much of my time.
Let's call him. Let's call the police department. What police department was this?
That night was Silver Spring.
Silver Springs.
And ironically, during our
Officer
preliminaries,
Sandy Clam?
he was... During our preliminary, the icing on the cake is he had made a comment about how he didn't appreciate how we came off so rude on our wedding night, at which point someone looked at him and said, I think we can give him a pass given that it was their wedding night. I wasn't rude. I just didn't give him what he wanted. He was met with a firm no. If that's rude, we can talk about his understanding of the English language, because you're a police officer does not mean that I am required to bend at your will in your request.
Someone asks you a question, no has to be a perfectly acceptable answer.
No has to be a perfectly acceptable answer?
So the last time, no.
That's awesome.
When you all are inappropriate, I hit this.
No.
So listen, we fight back in New Jersey. I know you can't smoke cannabis in Pennsylvania yet. Can you smoke in Harrisburg or no?
Technically, no.
No.
It is decriminalized, so personal levels will get you fined similar to like a parking ticket, but it's literally only delegated to the city.
After your third, they...
Yeah, they treat it like a DUI type deal.
Okay.
So you're allowed 2 sparking tickets in Harrisburg.
Okay, let's figure this out.
That was very punny.
That's what we do here. That's what we do here.
This is what we did in New Jersey. We're allowed to smoke cannabis in public in New Jersey. There's a hotel in New Jersey where the police drive around the parking lot and harass black people and Spanish people and poor people and pregnant hookers. I've seen it all. The lowest of society. I mean, people that are struggling, hurting, depressed. It's just... These cops are having a field day going after all these people in the extended stay hotels.
Picking off the low fruit because they're easy.
Yeah. I went there and
interviewed. Don't fight back.
I interviewed people.
They can't fight back.
They can't.
That's why they don't fight back, because they can't.
They run.
They cheat.
And like, I wouldn't challenge someone in a wheelchair to a foot race, so why are they challenging people who cannot actively defend themselves? And honestly, like, I could get into a whole separate discussion on how the system isn't designed for rehabilitation anyway.
No, the quota system encourages them to pick on the weakest people in the society.
You pay your debt, and then you pay your debt forever. So even if you take the easiest solution, you take your fine, you plead guilty, you take your jail time, what have you, you are penalized forever. Depending on your charge and the severity, you might go to jail for 5 years, and then you'll never get another job that qualifies you as a productive member of society.
You're done.
My criminal record literally qualifies me only to be punny sitting at this table right here. It's the only thing I'm allowed to do.
But you're good at it, and so if it's worth
Thank you.
doing,
I
it's
appreciate
worth
that.
doing right.
So here's what we did.
that. Thank
This is what we did in New Jersey. We can smoke cannabis legally in New Jersey in public. So we rented a room at this extended stay hotel where the cops are harassing all these black people. We set up our podcast in the hotel room with the camera facing the parking lot. All the patients that were there, about 10 patients, we all sat there with our bongs and our weed, and we smoked cannabis in the parking lot. When the cops would go by, we'd be sitting there with our bongs and finding if these cops wanted to harass us. Because we were white. And I guess because we were white, they didn't really harass us too much.
Because they knew that you were willing to fight back because they saw the electronic equipment and that you had money.
And we had shirts that said, "Don't shoot, I'm white." So I think they knew that they were in for a good night with us. Yeah. So one cop stopped. He asked us for our card, and it was all good. Jesse was there. Jesse talked to him Jesse was trying to hit on him, actually.
Of course.
And everything was cool at that point. But these cops are still harassing people in that hotel. Still.
Wow.
Every single day, I'm sure.
Every day they go back there. It's a moneymaker for them. I don't get it.
I don't understand why are our tax dollars paying them to protect and serve, and they're out there hunting the weakest people in our society for money that they don't have, So
Right.
they then lock them up so they can then make money with some for-profit prison system, which is disgusting, and we don't even need to start on that. But
Go
why
right
are we
ahead.
doing this? Why?
Because it's legalized gang activity.
Oh.
Ooh, gang in blue.
You went there.
I went there because I've had several months to sit and think about how I feel harassed. I've had several months to think about how many times I see a police car and I'm terrified. I've had several months to sit and think about how much money I wish I had so that I could pay and make it go away. And that sounds like mob activity.
Pay to play.
When they
Everything's pay
can
to play in
show
this
up
country.
to your hotel, look at your vacant car, and decide to just criminalize you.
Because someone that maybe might be in that vehicle might have had some cannabis at one point in time.
Could have, not legally proven
that-
or found guilty.
Is that due process in America?
That's certainly not
Ironically, I
innocent
can tell
before
you
guilty.
that if
No, certainly not.
I can tell you that if you decide that you might consider working with them to lessen your own troubles, that they'll tell you that you waive your right to a speedy trial as well. So even when you cooperate, they're still taking more.
Oh, but they wanted us to find something harder.
No, they want you to cooperate, and they sell it on you that you're going to be better. It's going to be a good thing if you cooperate. And then a day later, they're like, oh, because you cooperated, you now have these 11 charges that we didn't know about.
The irony is that I can speak honestly enough to say that at one point I had ambition to have a career in law enforcement. I had wanted to get into juvenile probation for a long time. I wanted to help people. And the older I get and the more I witness and the more I experience firsthand, the less I feel like that's the avenue that legitimately helps people. I don't believe that our government
It certainly does
works
more
for
harm
us.
than good, in my opinion.
I do believe it's legalized gang activity. I don't feel like I live in a free state or a free country. Those fears only get worse with impending administrations. And
And this is an interesting day to be having this conversation as things change tomorrow.
Let's talk about that for a second, because
Jeff Sessions, I'm watching you, buddy.
You know, a cop gets shot in Pennsylvania. They're going crazy. They're
All
looking
the
for
stops
this
are
guy.
pulled.
All the stops are pulled. The guy, he's better off being dead. Better off being dead.
Mm-hmm.
What's a gang do?
It's true.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't condone any violence, but, you know.
But on the grand scope of things,
We,
you
the
can
people, are
dissect
being
it
violated.
That's pretty.
individually, case by case. Let's be honest. If a cop gets shot, they pull out all the stops, and rightfully so, because I don't condone violence either. But I want to know how many cases in Harrisburg of shooting victims in the poorest of communities are
I wish
being
all our shooting
pursued with
victims could
even
get
a
that.
fraction
Everyone
of the,
counts
the
or
vigor
no one
that is being
counts?
pursued
Yeah.
when they feel that their own have been wronged. Because I know that statistically speaking, that a kidnapped child is more likely to get media time, billboard time, news time, being actively pursued to be found than a child of a different ethnicity from a different financial class will ever see. And let's talk about those things, because we get back into that social case that we're all kind of classified in. So, you know, when you look at the police, I want to talk about Harrisburg's drug task force in and of itself, and the corruption that happens when their own are taking the evidence.
Have you guys heard about that?
No.
We're from Jersey.
What's
so
this
we don't
all
know.
about?
Recently, within the past probably 6 to 8 months, a rather large news story broke of at least one that I can think of off the top of my head, member of the narcotics unit of the Harrisburg police force taking money and evidence from the lockers. Another officer reported it, so kudos to him, to be completely honest, because how many times do they really out their own?
Wow.
But presently speaking, my understanding from my own legal proceedings is that Harrisburg, as a result, doesn't even have a proficiently active narcotics unit, because the entire unit now needs to be investigated.
Who investigates them?
The
Yeah,
State
they're
Department.
brothers.
The State Department.
Oh.
The State Department's now in charge
Oh,
of.
I feel so much better now.
I know,
everything
it's
in Dauphin
comforting,
County.
right?
It is.
Yep.
Because if you stole Happy Hippie's weed and Happy Hippie asked me to investigate and I found the weed, I would probably steal it from you. So
Fair enough.
So that's why we're happy about that.
Fair enough.
So I mean, that's what's going on in the city in which we're sitting right now. Like you can't trust the people in charge of enforcing these ridiculous laws to even follow them.
No. Jersey's the same way. In New Jersey,
Welcome to the
cops
broken
are
system.
Yeah, the cops are raping hookers in the canine parking lots in New Jersey.
And then wiping their penises off on the curtains.
It's just shocking what they're doing in New Jersey, and they're going after the weed man. New Jersey weed man is the one that's getting victimized by the police. Really?
By making a safe place for patients to use their
Yeah.
medicine.
He took crack
Off
and
the
heroin.
streets.
Yeah, he cleaned up that corner. He cleaned it up. There's no crack and heroin on that corner. But no.
It's a beautiful area that Sheila and I still like to go visit
I love it
because
there.
it's a positive area.
Yep.
It's a great vibe on that corner now.
Yep.
It really is.
So if it
Great
brings
restaurant,
people
great
from
food.
Pennsylvania and out of state to basically the shithole of Trenton because of him making that beautiful, that should be a wake-up call to Trenton.
Yeah. Well, it's not. They obviously want to victimize him some more. Unbelievable. He's got a court date for bullying an officer.
Because the Nazi government needs to program you.
Cyberbullying an officer. How do you cyberbully a cop? Really?
Especially when you're cyberbullying them with the truth.
Yeah.
And especially when
I guess
Trenton
truth
PD
hurts.
is physically
So if you're a
bullying
police
Weedman.
officer and you're actively having sex with underage people, maybe you shouldn't be a police officer.
Drop the mic, tender butt.
Wow. Wow, hippie. Shock job. Shocking. Yeah, that was inappropriate.
No.
Happy hippie, you got away with words.
He got away with some, at least.
So what are you guys' plans? Now, did you ever take a honeymoon?
We did. We went to Denver, Colorado,
Very
which
nice.
was pre-planned. It was just that much sweeter following my wedding night.
Okay.
And I spent a pretty solid week, pretty happy actually.
I would hope so. That's good.
That Rocky Mountain High is no joke.
Yeah.
That sure didn't stop the police from trying to bother us on our honeymoon.
No, they actually called us several times.
Oh, they called you on your honeymoon?
Yes.
To tell you
well,
what?
we got several voicemails letting us know. Now, mind you, I mean, they could have probably speculated that it was our honeymoon, but I don't give them much thinking skills as a credit. So we received several calls he received several calls that if he would give them a call back, they would love to talk to him about how maybe we could help each other out and we could make some of this go away, which sounds a lot like extortion, but whatever.
What go away?
I got a deal for you guys. You want to do something for me?
Oh, you mean like that rat and Seth?
Well, and we can talk about that because at our preliminaries, like they want you to hand them as much as you know, which in our case, to be completely honest, is actually nothing.
Yeah.
We're not cultivators, we're not distributors, we're clearly pretty, recreational. So the reality is that like it's still being treated like a gateway, which is its own separate problem and stigma that I'm pretty irritated with because they're literally looking at us going, well, if you know a heroin dealer, hint, hint, like, no, I don't.
Why would I know a heroin
Like,
dealer?
I don't keep one in my back pocket for these such occasions.
I'm productive.
Maybe your trunk.
Yeah, you're probably drunk and on tobacco.
Those rolled cigarettes. And so, I mean, we received several calls at which we never, and truthfully, I wonder if we had responded how quickly we would or wouldn't have received those charges when we returned because there was no point in responding. I was on my honeymoon.
Yeah.
They weren't coming to Colorado for me, so we enjoyed our honeymoon and decided to leave it where it needed to be, which was here in Pennsylvania, where it was a problem for at least that 1 week, where we didn't have to stress about what was about to happen.
You want to call your police station?
I kind of do.
All right. Awesome. Give me the number. Give me the number of this police station. What town is it? Silver Springs or something you said?
That one was Silver. Was it
Silver
Springs?
Mm-hmm.
Silver Springs, Carlisle.
Silver Springs.
Your paperwork in the card, is it?
Yeah, we'll talk to the
Your
PR officer. They usually have a PR officer. It's really good.
It would be at home.
It's a good BS officer. It's actually called, and they just BS you. They claim to know everything, but they really know nothing.
No.
We run into them all the time. Yeah, we're like, well, where do we smoke cannabis around here? They're like, well, I'm the drug recognition expert. I could tell if you're stoned, but I don't know where you could get stoned. Oh, thank you. I mean,
Now,
really?
I would like to put a disclaimer, as horrible as this is going to sound, that our names be left out of this due to impending legal things not being resolved entirely yet.
I didn't even get your names, so nobody introduced you guys. So I have no
Beautiful.
idea who you guys even are. I'll get your names after the show, and we'll send you a
It's
prize.
unfortunate that I don't actually feel safe enough to put my name on
I'm
that
sorry.
phone call.
Well, maybe you'll win a prize. All right. Do we have a number for the police department?
I actually really have to pee.
Not 911 either. I don't want.
Right that way.
No, don't call them here. Okay, there we go. All right. Let's give this Silver Springs Police Department a call and find out why they're victimizing people. 7-697-0607. Okay. All right. Okay, there's a phone. All right. Silver Springs. Yo, what's going on? How are you? Good to see you. Oh. It's like the police in Jersey. They don't...
Silver Spring Township Police Department. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. If you have a non-emergency situation and would like to have an officer contact you, please hang up, dial County Dispatch Act 71738.
Really? Really? I'm going to get the runaround from the cops now.
Yep. And an officer will return your call.
All right. All right.
Know your party's 4-digit
Hippie, get a pen.
Dial now.
I got to call this number back. This is what we get from our government. This is the runaround we get from our government. In Jersey, too, we get the same thing.
When was the last time you tried to walk into a police station?
Last couple weeks ago.
Yeah? How easy was it for you to get in?
Well, since we go there, they started putting buzzers in because they don't like us anymore.
Right.
We've been trolling cops
But a
for 3
police
years.
station's supposed to be a safe haven, isn't it?
It's not in Jersey. No.
Not
I was
here
told.
either.
I was told I'd be arrested by cops for having my legal cannabis. So I went to the council meeting. That's what we do. We go to the council meetings and we ask them, why are you arresting people in New Jersey? And they're like, no, we support the medical cannabis law. No, never. And they change their mind real quick. It's pretty pathetic what we have to go through to get our rights. We have these rights.
Do you remember when police stations you should be able to walk in them and just not have to buzz in or explain why you were
I'm
there?
old. I remember all that stuff. Yeah, I'm pretty old. Hippie, here's our number. Hold on. I'm going to call back. Pay attention. This is how we do it here. This is how we troll police. Okay, we're getting there. Hippie's ready. Look, he's like, he's ready. Hippie. Oh, yes. Hi. Good afternoon. You're on the air. This is Lefty Grimes. I have a question. We have a couple here that was arrested on their wedding night, their honeymoon, for medical cannabis. And I was wondering, what is your policy on medical cannabis there and arresting honey?
Are we talking Silver Spring Police in Maryland or Pennsylvania?
Pennsylvania.
One moment.
We're gonna get your cannabis. Oh, wrong song. Oh, wait, here we go. This music's horrible. Do we pay for this music too? Do the taxpayers have to pay for this crap? Are you serious? How about some hip hop? How about some cha-cha-cha, hippie? Dun, 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 dun. Eat the truth. Yes, good morning. Good afternoon. This is Lefty Grimes. You're on the air with Sativa Cross. We have a couple here that was arrested by your department for medical cannabis, and they were on their wedding night. Can we get a statement from you why you arrested this couple on their wedding night? It's pretty shocking.
Sir, I'm not even sure what you're talking about.
When was this incident, guys?
Would have been October.
Back in October 10th, they were arrested on their wedding night. I'm sure you don't arrest many people on their wedding night.
Okay, and where did this occur at?
Silver Springs? Yeah.
Do you have a location?
Park Inn.
In the Park Inn.
Yeah, the Park Inn's Hampton Township.
That's Hampton Township. Oh, so we have to call Hampton. Okay, sorry to bother you, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Silver Springs must have been the first one.
Okay. So we'll call Hampton Township now. Let's call Hampton. Can we get a number for Hampton? Beautiful Hampton. Now, how's Hampton compared to Silver Springs? Is it a crap hole or no?
I mean, they're about 2 miles apart.
So they're both crap holes? Okay.
It's actually a more wealthy area.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Mechanicsburg area.
So you guys fit right in. You're not even like a couple of black dudes or a black couple in a white area. You're just like, you fit right in,
Well,
right?
I mean,
Or no?
not really, apparently.
Well, you were on your wedding night. I'm sure you were dressed in a suit and a tie.
Mm-hmm. Sure was.
All right, here we go. Let's try it again. All right. 717.
No one got arrested for cannabis while I was gone, did they?
2609. Okay.
It's been 42 seconds.
All right. All right, thank you.
You have reached the police department. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. If you need an officer dispatched to your location, please press 1. If you have a wastewater or sewer emergency, please press 2. You know your may dial it at any time. Otherwise, please stay on the line and a civilian support staff member or police officer will answer your call.
Yeah, civilian. I want a civilian, please. Thank you. All right.
Please hold while I transfer your call to
Thank
that
you.
extension.
Thank you. Still waiting. Hashtag still waiting. Hashtag.
Hampton Township Police, this is Michelle.
Hi, Michelle. This is Lefty Grimes from the Sativa Cross podcast. You're on the air. We have a couple here that said they were arrested in your town on their wedding night back on October. And I'm just wondering what the policy is for your department on medical cannabis patients and arresting people on their wedding night. Do you have a statement to make to us?
I'm sorry, you're with who?
I'm with Sativa Cross. We are doing a podcast right now from the Rotunda at the State House in Harrisburg, and we're live on the air. And we have a question. I'm an award-winning journalist, by the way, so you need to answer my question. So can you answer my question about why you're...
Hold on.
I got to mention I'm an award-winning journalist. It gives you a little credibility when you talk to these people, because they really don't care. They don't care. They don't care. They don't give a crap about us. But if you say, yeah, I'm a journalist and I'm going to troll you, they might care a little. You might get something out of it, maybe. We'll see. Yeah, I'm sure they're recording this right now. So yeah, we're still here. We're waiting. We'll do this all day. I don't care. We got nothing better to do. But it's unfortunate that you would arrest these two people who are just out to have a beautiful wedding night, and you ruin their night and their life. They're going to remember this night for the rest of their life. Really? How would you feel on your wedding night if someone crapped on your wedding night? I don't think you'd like it, but whatever. No big deal. Hello? Hello?
Lieutenant Felty speaking.
Yes, good afternoon. This is Lefty Grimes from the Sativa Cross podcast. You're live on the air. We're podcasting from the Rotunda. We have a couple here that was arrested in October on their wedding night. And we'd like to know, what is your policy on arresting cannabis patients here in Pennsylvania on their wedding night? Do you have a statement for that? A policy or anything to say?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's what somebody would say. Well, they were arrested on October on their wedding night, and it's just shocking to me that this would happen in Pennsylvania in 2017.
Okay.
So
I'm not sure I understand what your question is.
what is your policy for medical cannabis patients? Do you arrest them? Do you check their cards? What is your policy for that, sir?
And who are you again?
My name is Lefty Grimes. We're doing a podcast from the Rotunda at the State House in Harrisburg. So there's a whole bunch of people listening to you right now. They'd like to know your answer.
Okay. Well, I have no idea who you are.
I just
Never
said who
heard
I
of
am.
you. If you have a complaint or you want to seek information, I suggest you come into the station for our report.
Oh, okay. That sounds like a great idea. Thank you. And what's your name, sir?
Lieutenant Felty.
Lieutenant Felty. Thank you, sir.
Yep.
All right. Have a good day. Sounds like a nice enough guy.
Was that an invitation?
I guess he wants us to come down.
That was
so.
an ignorance is no excuse invitation.
I like that. So there we go. Step one. Step one, call him and make a date. So we have a date.
Yeah, we now have a date.
You have a date with a cop. So you might get raped. Just saying. I'm just saying. Be careful.
No handcuffs.
In New Jersey, that's what they do. I'm just saying. I don't want that to happen. And you're married now, so you can't be. Yeah. So be careful.
Yeah.
Be careful. You don't want to bring something home. Capitol Police.
We're passing notes.
Well, we like the Capitol Police. They're nice to us.
They've been very nice to us.
Sometimes. They harassed you? Uh-oh, they harassed Christy.
Oh, they harassed Christy.
That's not good. That's not good at all.
Why, though? It's been so friendly.
Wow. Well, this is what we're going to do. We're going to keep calling him. We have his number, and we'll just keep trolling him. They don't like being trolled. They don't like being put out there like this. And they don't like being looked like as idiots. So they're going to do whatever they can to find out who I am now and what we're doing here. And they're going to try to squash this and say, listen, make these guys go away.
Yeah.
This looks bad on us. We just arrested a couple on their honeymoon.
On their honeymoon.
We look like jerks.
For a little cannabis while they were hunting license plates.
Yeah.
They weren't even pulled over doing anything. They were swimming in a pool.
Clancy, we look pathetic right now. This sucks.
Did we really do this, America?
My wife won't even kiss me anymore. She thinks I'm a jerk.
It's funny you mentioned that. When we were leaving, when we finally told him for the last time, like, no, we're not giving you permission to search the car, the one cop says to the other cop, all right, well, let's go deal with this mess.
Let's go deal with this mess.
Let's go deal with this mess.
Who was the mess?
Apparently, whatever situation that the first cop had created.
This is ridiculous.
That's Dudley Do-Right's mess, who had then proceeded to have to wake up a judge to get the impound order at 4 in the morning.
And this is what we pay our public servants to protect and serve us for?
On Columbus Day at 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah. Like we got married October 9th. We did that because the following Monday was Columbus Day. We figured more of our friends would have off.
And it's also cheaper to get married on a Sunday at our venue than it was to get married on a Saturday.
So, I mean, that police officer in particular was pretty irritated that at 4 in the morning that they were having to wake a judge.
So we woke a judge up on a holiday at 4 in the morning for some cannabis after hunting license plates because we have nothing better to do with our public servants when we have crimes that are outstanding that haven't been solved.
After we spent $8,000 on a wedding venue.
And did we pay a tow truck driver triple time
at
4 a.m. in the
I had
holiday?
to pay to get our
You had to pay for the
Yeah,
gas.
we spent about $300 to get my car out of impound,
Wait.
Which was actually lent to me by my brand new awesome brother-in-law, because $8,000 into a wedding, I didn't really have a whole lot of spare change.
This happened at the parking lot of the wedding itself.
Yes.
What's the name of this place?
The Park Inn, Mechanicsburg.
Why are they not coming to your aid and saying, hey, what are these cops doing here?
Because they allow it.
Does the Park Inn in Mechanicsburg encourage the police?
They do.
They do.
Let's call them.
What's their number? What's their name again? Park what?
It's Park Inn by Radisson.
They're a private property. Why are the police searching their parking
so
lot?
that was actually my question because
the plot thickens.
before any of the how legal my search was, that was
man,
something
you guys didn't
I
think you were going to have this much fun today, did you?
Oh, I knew I would, but I didn't know how it would be.
This makes me sick.
I actually asked the police officer when I went to inquire about how to get my car out of impound, why they were on the property, because I understood from the...
I love that you knew to answer that, or ask that question.
We got home probably about 5 in the morning on Columbus Day from our Uber, and I'm sitting and I'm thinking about things and I'm processing the order of events. I consider myself an intelligent individual, and that was my first question is, why were you there?
And you paid this hotel money for your wedding to be
Oh,
there,
yeah.
and then they encouraged or allowed at least, at minimum, allowed without...
Yes. So what my understanding
That's awful.
from the police
They need to be
officer
called, I think.
that I spoke to that day that I was in the process of getting my car out of impound, and he explained to me that essentially that the Park Inn by Radisson in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, allows that particular police department to do that.
I think they owe you $8,000. Maybe triple that.
So they allow it so that should there be anybody who has outstanding warrants, gets picked up, and that's where it's beneficial to the police department, and it's beneficial to them in theory, because if there should be a real criminal...
How do you think the owner is connected?
So...
The owner's allowing this to happen.
Correct. So the police officer who was giving me my instructions on how to get my vehicle out of impound explained that they have this worked out with the Park Inn in particular, that it is mutually beneficial because obviously police presence is supposed to feel like a safe environment.
As long as they're not hunting their parking lot for their patrons.
Correct. So that's essentially where it started, was that this is a behavior that Park Inn allows from that police department as a measure of visual safety and security, which is visually BS.
I feel protected if I take my customer's money and then you hunt out the maybe criminals and get rid of them.
Correct.
That is not acceptable practice in America.
Yeah, that was actually my first line of questioning.
This
is why were you on
practice
private
is
property?
acceptable practice in Pennsylvania.
Let's find out.
Thank you for calling. Bobby, how may I help you?
Yes, good afternoon. This is Lefty Grimes. You're live on the air. We have a question. We had a couple get married there back in October, and your business allows the police to drive around the parking lot checking license plates. And the couple that got married got arrested because of just the cops harassing these people. Do you allow the police to cruise around your lot like that?
I'm not sure about that. Maybe the manager can tell you more. Just give me 1 second.
Sure, thank you.
Go.
What? Go ahead, what?
Well, upon
You'll
request,
probably be redirected to
refrigerators
corporate.
and microwaves are in all guest rooms. In-room coffee makers, hair dryers, ironing boards, plus wireless high-speed internet.
And police in the
Our
parking
property is
lot.
also a full-service restaurant.
Did you find all that in the room? Did you find all the hair dryer and the iron? And
We did. It was lovely.
it was great?
Did
Okay.
they have bail bonds cards because they knew you were going to get arrested?
So we were literally so busy at our wedding that we hadn't even gotten a chance to go into our honeymoon suite.
Oh, my.
So when we returned the next
Yes, Keith, this is Lefty Grimes. You're on the air. We have a couple here that was they were married back in October.
Okay.
And they got arrested because you allowed the police to drive around the parking lot checking license plates. And the couple, they got arrested. Do you have a policy on letting the police do that?
No, sir. No, and we didn't purposely do that, sir. I have no idea. What were they arrested for, sir?
They were arrested for cannabis. They were medical cannabis patients. They're medical marijuana patients, and they were arrested for their marijuana.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I support cannabis as far as any type of recreation or medical. But no, that's not our policy here. That's not something that we purposely set out to do. I think that's something probably the police did without acknowledging us.
So
with
you're telling me that on your private property, the police are illegally going around and searching license plates, and are able to arrest people?
Sorry, listen. This is the
Do
first
they
time
have
I've heard.
permission, or do they not have permission to be on your property?
You know what? The police are always welcome on our property.
Okay,
Yeah, but they're arresting your patron. They paid $8,000 to get arrested by you. That's not fair.
And then they got arrested on the night of their wedding because you allowed the police on the property.
I support your
That's
your
$8,000
situation.
for their
Hey,
wedding,
guess what?
man.
Guess what? It's illegal.
Cannabis?
Okay?
I don't know.
As long as
You never had a drunk driver leave your
you can argue with the lawyer, you can argue with
your
police,
weddings?
But listen, sorry. It's out of my hands.
I think you owe him $8,000.
Yeah, I think you owe an apology at least.
Listen, sir, would you like to speak to my general manager?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, hold on a minute.
Do you want to speak to the general manager?
The police are always welcome, but we don't have a policy that allows them.
The police told us that they have it set up with the hotel that they have an operation that has a name for it and everything.
If they say that, then they're kind of technically they're doing something wrong. It's not right.
What was the operation called? Operation something.
They actually
something.
hit the operation at a name.
Yes,
Yes.
they actually
What?
have like a little.
Come on.
Yes.
Like a little covert
Like a little-
thing.
Oh, here we go.
Good afternoon, and thank you for holding. This is Police. How can I assist you?
Yes, hi, this is Lefty Grimes. You're on the air. We're doing a podcast from the Rotunda. We have a couple here that was arrested during their wedding back in October. They had a big wedding. They paid a bunch of money, and your place allowed the cops to go around the parking lot checking license plates, and they got caught up in this sting, and they lost. Their whole night was ruined because of this. Do you allow police to drive around your parking lot?
Okay. First of all, who am I speaking with?
This is Lefty Grimes. I'm an award-winning journalist with SativaCross.com.
Sir, you're breaking up big time. I can barely understand you.
I'm Lefty Grimes. I'm an award-winning journalist with SativaCross.com. We're podcasting live from Harrisburg.
Okay, so we're not allowed to talk to the press anyways.
I could see
guess
why.
This is where our conversation ends.
I can see why, because you're victimizing your own patrons. People are going there to get weddings, and they're coming home with arrests. Really? That's how you treat people?
I'm not only not familiar with what you're talking about, but I can barely understand you. So unfortunately,
You're better off. You're better off if you don't understand me because I'm talking a lot of
you
crap
need to
because
go
you're
to
an
our
idiot.
corporate office, okay?
Yeah, you're an idiot.
Thank you.
You're an idiot. You're ruining these people's lives. You're ruining their lives, moron. Jerk. You're a jerk. What an
Give it
idiot.
to him, Lefty.
What an idiot. You're paid to make their night. You're paid for customer service. That's your customer service? Really? Yeah. Customer service. Give me a break.
Service with a smile.
Give me
We're
a
gonna let
break.
the police hunt
you
your
make
people.
me sick. Victimizing these poor people over here. Medical cannabis patients getting wed on their wedding night.
Bringing people in from all over all the counties.
Disgusting.
All into one parking lot
Out
so
of
they can then,
state.
from out of state, so they can hunt the license plates.
Disgusting.
And it has a name. It's an operation. Operation Tenderbutt Herb Flowers. It's a CIA operation.
No, that's the New Jersey operation.
Oh, that's the one in Trenton.
What's the one in Pennsylvania called? Turd's Eyes?
Operation Turd's Eye.
Turd's Eyes and Friends.
Cannabis Keystone Coppers. Operation Cannabis Keystone Coppers.
There it is.
I repeat, Operation Cannabis Keystone Coppers.
There it is.
Drop the mic.
Drop the mic. Stop dropping the mic, hippie. What's
You
wrong
only
with
get
you?
one shot. You can only have one mic drop.
Yeah, that's enough.
You've met quota.
That was a mic toss.
That's why his wireless doesn't work because he keeps dropping
stop
it.
dropping the mics. It's expensive equipment.
I didn't do that, man. It was broken before.
Oh yeah, that's what they all say.
It probably works. We just can't figure it out.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been years.
It works.
All right, guys. Well, we tried. Well, we have their numbers, and
I'm not surprised by the response.
I'm not either. CYA.
And that's okay because honestly, what could have been a really good business experience for them for future weddings, just from people that we know, like that's not a recommendation that I'll ever send.
And what was the name of the place again?
Park Inn by Radisson.
Park Inn by Radisson in
Mechanicsburg.
Mechanicsburg, PA. Lets the police hunt your wedding party's license plates.
Yeah, don't get married there. Wow.
So for anybody visiting Central
so I've
Pennsylvania,
heard.
I wouldn't
So I've
recommend
heard.
staying
Allegedly.
at that location.
Whatever we have to say.
So I've heard. So blah 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 blah. You heard
Hey, you
it.
know they have a bridal show coming up.
They do have a bridal show coming up.
Bridal show people. Put duct tape over
We
your
have
license
another
plate.
patient here
Maybe
who.
we should inform all their
if you got time.
customers about
Go
what's
for it.
going
Yes,
on.
we do.
That's more energy than I have, but
I
you
mean,
guys
but
got
we
burned
live
by
here,
him.
so. I mean, at that, so like.
I encourage it.
My night could have been drastically different if I had decided to back my car into that spot.
No front
Like-
license plates in PA?
No front license plates in PA.
People in PA from now on park backwards.
Yeah.
And,
The
and
police
that's-
hunt your license plates here.
I mean, they hunt
Wow.
them no matter where you are in theory. I know that if you have an expired registration, even if you're parked in your own driveway, that they can cite you for that. So, I mean, if you
Is
have
that
a
a Commonwealth
vehicle,
law?
I think
well,
so.
good news. This year they've done away with the registration stickers. Now they have computers that can
They can
automatically
just read your license plate.
automatically read your license plate from anywhere in a 180-degree angle around them.
They're watching us.
I mean, 2 + 2 is not 5, correct?
I could make it work.
And that's honestly, like, I remember the first time I read 1984 and how, like, I loved that book. And now I feel like I'm living it. So I guess I'm doubly lucky.
It all starts tomorrow.
Yeah. Good luck. Are you bringing joints to the inauguration tomorrow?
So we unfortunately, you know, what with being productive members of society, we're going to be at work. I want to come out. Harrisburg's having a vigil. We're doing a sister protest. But we will be in D.C. for the Million Women March. I'm taking my
okay.
10-year-old daughter, and she's going to get her first taste of really fighting for what's right and what's fair.
Nice.
That's excellent. That's
Yeah.
excellent.
So we're honestly pretty excited that even though we don't have the opportunity to go and see that hair live in person, that
Space monkey.
Well, how do you feel about the guy? I mean, he's a liberal from New York. How bad is it going to be? He's a liberal. Come
I
on.
mean, so here's the thing: is that it breaks down this entire presidency, this entire election, breaks down a few ways for me. Is I could voice my personal feelings on him alone, which is pretty short, sweet, and simple, misogynistic, you know, criminal. Because the last I checked, sexual assault is, you know, a crime and not a hobby. And if Billy Bush can be fired from his job for the information that was leaked in those tapes, then how does he get to have the highest job in all the land? And as a woman and as the mother of a 10-year-old little girl who's going to unfortunately come of age in this particular era, I'm terrified that he proves what we talked about earlier just in relation to medical cannabis, that with enough money and enough power and enough notoriety, you can do whatever you want.
Pieces of paper, numbers in a computer system. Larger the number,
It's frightening.
the worse person you can be every day.
And
I'm very poor, so I'm a very, very nice person.
Exactly. and I think it's a terrifying prospect because honestly, I think he's a sociopath. So you could say liberal from New York, but I mean, I don't think he's any of those things. I think he's what he needs to be.
Do you think he really is, or is it just he grew up with money, he's always had money, and he doesn't know anything but his golden toilet?
I mean, probably that too, but that
that's
makes
a
it even more.
combination of
But
them.
that makes it even more terrifying that this is the man who was delegated to work for the people, and not by the popular vote, but by an already obviously corrupt government. This is the second election in my lifetime where the Electoral College and the American people saw things differently, and the American people lost twice. You don't get to lose by 3 million votes and not have some resistance.
Oh, the system certainly needs to be looked into, and I mean, we can't just say, oh, all of a sudden, no fair, we're not doing the Electoral College anymore today, but that certainly needs to be really looked over,
agreed.
and reconsidered, and I'm not saying change necessarily because I'm not educated on that subject enough.
I'm working on re-educating myself, but while I don't expect overnight change in any regard, whether it's the protests directly correlated to the inauguration or the Million Women March, but you have to start speaking somewhere. And while I don't know that I'll ever see some of those changes in my lifetime, it paves the way for my daughter to continue fighting and maybe see them in hers and for her children.
People willing to fight for causes that they know they'll never see the answer to are the really, truly brave people, in my opinion.
And that's kind of where
Cheryl
I'm at.
Miller.
I don't know that I'll see those changes, but I can hope that my daughter will continue that, and if she doesn't see them, that her children, and so on, because nothing ever changes if everybody feels like it doesn't matter because they won't see it. You don't fight for a cause because it's beneficial to you. You fight for a cause because it's beneficial, period.
For the people, for everyone, and that's why cannabis is the one issue right now that could change everyone's lives in this country. Everyone could feel better if they had access to a food grade edible cannabis that could put CBD back into their bodies, into our food. It's just cannabis is the one thing that I could see that can seriously change our planet right now. And we have to go back towards nature, and cannabis is nature, and it's a gift. Why are we fighting over it? Why are we putting people in cages over it?
Because they can't regulate it.
Because
what's to regulate? It's food. It's safer than ginseng.
It's safer than
It's
the
money.
FDA's labels on some of our foods.
It's money.
It's money.
It's money.
It's fake numbers in a computer.
They want that money, though.
They want those fake numbers.
They did the same
Power.
thing to tobacco.
What's the quote? Until the power of love is stronger than the love of power, we will never know peace.
Jimi Hendrix said that.
I believe that is true.
A smart guy. Pretty good guitar player, too.
Not bad. Not bad, I heard.
Self-taught.
Dead air. Self-taught.
Sorry. Okay, so I didn't get your names, actually. Can you give your names?
I'll give my name. My name's Misty.
Misty
Dave.
And Dave. Well, I'm sorry you guys had a horrible experience, but it's only going to get better.
I agree.
I mean, and we're going to keep fighting.
If anything, it's going to solidify you and bring you together stronger, fighting.
Yeah, it'll bring you together stronger, and maybe you'll troll cops like we do in Jersey.
Don't let them mess that one day up for you, man. That's not right.
No, honestly, I've delegated myself to rationalizing, to be completely honest, is that I got married on October 9th, and this whole ordeal went down technically on October 10th, so it happened after midnight. It was a new day. That's kind of how you make a little peace.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be nice of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania to just make sure none of these charges were taken care of? They just went away, just maybe as a wedding gift after you ruined their wedding? I don't know, I'm just talking here.
that place
I don't
should
know
have.
if you're listening or not.
The place that you got your wedding done, they should be helping you out. They should have given you something.
You would think, but I mean, honestly,
Okay.
regardless of their stance, I know what that police officer told me that day. I'm confident in saying that that's something that they allow, and why would they admit to it? Because they'll lose all of that business, and they should at that point. Like, I know that truthfully, I didn't have a huge wedding, and I dropped $8,000 there. I had 40 people at my wedding, and it cost me $8,000 to get married, feed 40 people, eat some cake, and dance, and have an open bar.
And you don't spend that kind of money with a business and then think ever that they're allowing the police to search your people's cars.
We thought that by doing that at this venue, which was a hotel and
As well as a place that offered those services.
as well as
You
the
thought it
venue.
was a reputable business?
Well,
Well,
we
and
thought
we
it was
thought
a
it was
safe
the
haven.
safest
You know, we
way
thought it was
to
a safe
go
way
about
do
our
it.
night. Ironically, not even due to cannabis, but we did have an open bar, so we got married in this venue that offered our guests and ourselves the ability to stay somewhere safely that they wouldn't get in trouble with law enforcement.
Because you didn't want drunk drivers driving around.
Correct. So when we picked our venue, all of these thought processes were part of that equation. We're like, okay, how do we do this and protect our friends from maybe getting in trouble with the police on our wedding night? Who knew? Joke's on us. Like, it was us who got in trouble for never leaving the venue.
If I remember correctly, we had 5 rooms blocked off just for our guests that night.
And we after our reception, we were one of the only couples that stayed behind, and we were the only people arrested at our wedding.
Damn. Usually when you arrest people at a wedding, you don't arrest the bride and groom.
No, not typically.
No.
Honestly, that's part of why they never got consent from me, because I figured I was getting charged no matter what, but I was not going to jail on my wedding night. Although, honestly, my mugshot would have been on point. My hair looked good that day. Hindsight's 2020. I kind of wish I'd have just let him take me in so I could get that viral notoriety for having a really good mugshot.
That would have been the best mugshot ever. Wow.
Oh, that'd have been great for the media.
It would have been.
I'd like it.
We thought about, because we had to, they sent us the paperwork stating that we had to go back, get fingerprinted and photographed. We thought about dressing in our
wedding attire. I was very tempted to show up in my wedding gown.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I honestly, like, there are some days where I'm really angry and I'm sitting here and I'm doing something like this and talking about it, and there are other days that I really just don't want to give anybody the satisfaction of knowing that it got to me.
Yeah.
Because sometimes that's where I really feel like they win. Like, you can take my money because it is just money. But, like, that satisfaction that I do believe that most officials receive when they know that they wounded you in a way that can never be repaired is unconscionable to me.
Go back there with cameras in their face. Seriously, they hate that. Whatever they don't like, you give them a lot of it.
opioids that she prescribed for me, I wasn't even taking. So it wasn't that I was taking the opioids and THC, it was just that I was taking the THC and no opioids. So it's not like I was double tag teaming, you know, taking two of them at the same time, whatever. But then there was also another test up there that said I tested positive for amphetamines. On my life, I've never taken any other street drugs other than marijuana. And subsequently, she told me in front of my husband, oh, well, I had that test taken off because I know that you would never use those drugs. But she can't take the THC off because she knows that I use it. So I was told again that if I get caught using THC in my drug screens, that she's going to DX me from practice, which means she's going to discontinue me from her practice that I've been in for 15 years, where she's been my doctor for that length of time. She knows my history. So the adult patients are pretty much being left hang out to dry. And after she told me this, and I'm like, yeah, you know, in a way I kind of did set myself up for failure, but damn it, I'm an adult patient, and here I am still waiting. But no, it's okay, go ahead, take these 3 meds to prevent an opioid reaction, then get the opioid in there, and you might get pain relief. And if you miss one of those meds getting together, then you're going to be in the bathroom all day puking your guts out. Or do you take THC where you don't puke your guts out, you're pain-free, you're not cramped up, you know, all this other side effects and shit. But then now you risk getting kicked out of a practice that you've been in for 15 years. I mean, 15 damn years. 15 years. I'm a patient. I'm not like some fucking lab rat. And that's what they're doing to the adult patients. I've talked to so many patients that are like, I can't even get into a pain clinic because I have a positive THC test. Like, no adults. None.
Is that the isn't that the DEA's issue? That the DEA is forcing these doctors to make a choice?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, that is all
They do the same
DEA.
thing over to VA as well.
When you talk about using cannabis for medicine, they laugh.
Yeah. Grab a mic, but yeah, I know. So what do you do?
I told my doctor, if it comes to it, I'm going to keep on using it, and if she has to DX me from the practice, so be it. Because then what really kicked me in the teeth was she sat there like straight stone cold, like just like I mean, it just pisses me off so bad. She sat there and looked at me, and she goes like, and in 2018, if this were 2018, I'd be prescribing it for you. Okay, so kick me in the teeth in the meanwhile. Okay, but here's the bad part. She says, well, I know you've never used methamphetamine, so I'll take that part off of your drug screening. Okay?
I've never used ayahuasca and peyote, so I'll make sure you don't get that charge either.
So,
thanks.
So she's basically saying, I'll take the methamphetamine off, and I'll leave the THC on.
So leave the meth. Leave the meth. It's all right.
So she's doctoring my drug screens.
I mean, is that like permission?
What?
Is that like permission to do meth? Because that's almost what it sounds like.
Yeah. Yeah, it's scary.
I mean, for real, like on everything that I love, and like my brother who's dead, rest his soul. I mean, I've never done anything like that, but still, the point is she doctored my freaking drug test.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
They weren't concerned why there was meth in your system?
No.
Just that they would make sure they doctor it and take it off so it's not there.
Oh my God.
So.
But they'll have a conniption over cannabis.
But they'll have, and that's what I don't understand.
They'll have a conniption fit over cannabis.
Yeah.
But they'll just make the methamphetamine disappear.
Yeah, but I mean, like on everything I love, I've never
Who
used.
fucking does that?
Yeah, I've never used that shit ever. So
I'm
it
brain
must,
damaged. What's their fucking excuse?
Yeah, so like it must have been like a false positive, is what I'm thinking. But like on the THC, and like I said, I could understand like if I was double sandbagging her, you know, like had like opiates and the THC, but no. It was just the THC that popped positive. Yep.
Same thing happened to Christy Billett.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, she
But that's what
she
they're
got
doing.
kicked out of her
So did I.
medical system.
I got kicked out. They made me quit cannabis for 70 days, and I was on opiates. And my doctor made me quit cannabis for 70 days. It was still in my system after 70 days, and he dropped me because it was still in my system. He said goodbye.
Yeah. But that's what they're doing to patients here. So it's like, it's not 2018. We can't prescribe it to you. Have a nice life. Kick you out of the practice. Goodbye.
Sorry. Suffer.
So sorry. No
Suffer.
compassion here.
And it's
Keep moving along.
And then they have an excuse, like it's not just the opioids anymore.
Yeah.
If you are on any controlled substance, this will give them a reason not to prescribe you
It's
any
not me.
control.
I'm compassionate. It's not me. It's the government. I have compassion for you. I feel really bad that I'm kicking you out, though. Sorry, there's a door. I feel really bad, though. Sorry.
I know, and
Bye.
it's like really bad.
Goodbye.
And then the police want to protect and serve the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Shit.
And you don't even get me started on that one.
Oh wait.
No, go right
Please,
ahead.
Go into
Go
it.
get into
Explain
it.
to
How do you
them
feel?
what you've seen. No, this is
Are
the
you
lady
serious?
who's been helping me with my legal kerfuffle and has seen firsthand how the lawyers have been treating me. She's seen it firsthand.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
It is disgusting.
And I've actually been studying law as far as like a paralegal, and and I know that there's you got some good lawyers and you got some bad lawyers, but I'm telling you what, man, when you strike gold, and I don't mean that in a good way, like Matt struck coal in PA as far as these lawyers are concerned, because man, I mean I've heard of getting like one bad lawyer, but shit, to get two bad lawyers. And like some of the shit, like this one lawyer's doing to him, I mean, like, holy cow, man. Like, it just blows my freaking mind that, I mean, I'm a paralegal student and I've already seen some of the stuff that they've done to him, and it just blows my mind. Like, the one lady, the one person that is supposedly helping defend him didn't even know that you could contact a judge, and she's a lawyer. How the hell do you not know that you can contact a judge?
My cousin Vinny didn't know that either.
I mean, how did you know you cannot contact? I mean, seriously. I mean, I'm not as in-depth with the laws, but even I know you can contact a damn judge. And it's sad because, I mean, I made a joke, and it was a joke on Matt's post one day when he was saying about it. And when he said, and he listed the county, he said Adams County, I'm like, welcome to the land of the good old boys, because you're going to get screwed here. Mm-hmm. And that's exactly what they did. It was from the top the whole way down, and they did. They screwed him, and that's the thing in Adams County. They think you're just going to take it and roll over.
They were hoping I wouldn't fight back.
Yeah.
However, because I fought back, they had to cheat the system.
And that's what Adams County does. They just think that if they catch you, they're going to charge you, and they think you're just going to roll over and go away. They don't think that you're going to be that thorn, that you're going to fight, and that you're going to try to clear your name. And if you do try to clear your name, then they go dirty. That's just the way they are.
That's all they can do.
Yep. And that's what they've been doing. And then when you come here and try to, see if anybody could even help you or guide you, you get fakeness. You're stuck with nothing but fakeness. This house is nothing, I would like to say that this is a great house. There's solid people here. There's nothing but fake under this roof. Nothing but fake. I mean, all fake. I mean, there's only so many people in this house here that I can tell you that are real, that are actually compassionate, that actually care about their constituents, that actually care about their people.
Name two.
Ed Gainey.
Name one more. Aha, see ya. Uh-huh.
I'm going to say Mike Fulmer, but...
I don't know about him.
Nah.
He flip-flopped. Didn't he flip-flop?
Well, no. I'm going to give you those two. And one's in each chamber.
Oh, okay.
So
That's
one's
good.
in the Senate and one's in the House.
That's helpful.
But, I mean...
So they help their constituents, right?
Well, most of them.
Most of the constituents or most of the politicians?
So I guess depending on what happens on Friday, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever happens tomorrow, I'll make sure everybody knows about it.
Yeah, we're dependent. But, I mean, like, it's just sad that you have to beg, steal, or borrow to get them to listen. And it shouldn't be that way.
No, you throw a camera in their face, Tracy. Throw a camera in their face. You just troll them.
Yeah,
We're
but see,
learning this in Jersey. They don't like it.
But see, that's the thing. They hide here.
I know. Well,
they run.
And then they put up no recording,
And they run.
rules
Let
and so
them.
forth.
Well, I have a secret weapon here. It's not working today, but next time it will work. We'll follow these guys around.
And they run, I mean, we've seen it with, Turzai and Baker, you know.
When are they in office here? When are they usually here? What's their day of work?
I don't know, man. I don't know that they actually do any work.
Yeah.
I mean, truth be told, I mean, like, if I had a job like this, I'd love it because, like, some days, like, they come in here and they work really hard, like, for 4 hours, and then the rest of the day, they, like, no, like, seriously.
You're right.
They come in, they're like, hey, man, we just came back, and we're going to start session. Oh, nope, we got to take a break.
Yep.
We got to go to committee meeting, and then they come back, and they do a couple votes, and then, like, nope, got to go to another meeting, got to take another break, and then,
Meeting is another word for let's get a drink.
yeah.
Got to work on getting last year's
As
budget
Matt Baker was visually kind of shit-faced last year.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I
On
wasn't
alcohol?
the only one that made that observation.
On
There was
alcohol?
Yeah, slurring words while he was taking like an hour plus time.
This is a
going
respected
over
politician
all
you're
this-
talking about here.
Respected. That's funny. Really? Was that a joke? You're joking, right?
When your other people in your party like literally tell you to sit down, man, quit talking, like shut up. I don't think there's respect there. You know.
That's happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened last year. They were like, man, just come on. You know, they knew that the bill was going to pass. Just like sit down, shut up. If you're going to submit paperwork, submit it. But like sit down, shut up, man. Get it over and done with. You fought it tooth and nail. You and Turzai tried to block these people. You know, you guys are done playing the games up. Let them have their bill. Let these kids get treated. Let these adults get treated. Let the program go through. Stop playing your shenanigans. And truth be told,
They blocked as much as they could. Turzai sent it over to Baker's office
Yeah.
on 2 different occasions to stall it,
yeah.
and then voted against it.
Yeah, they were working.
So when Turzai worked to send it over to Baker to make all sorts of amendments and not to get it in for a vote, that speaks in volumes to me.
Yeah.
So as far as I'm concerned, and I took an oath, you know, to serve and protect against foreign and domestic enemies. These are domestic enemies, and they need to go.
He's hurting children.
They're hurting children, adults, patients. They don't care.
People are dying because of him.
They would rather
Yep.
have the money from Big Pharma.
Yep. There are several people who, along these 3 years that we have lost in this fight, that have died. They died waiting. Like Dana Ulrich's dad, Tom Nasdam, he passed away, and his only words were, "As long as I can see this bill signed, so that my granddaughter will have this medicine." You know, he passed away. I mean, there's so many people that I can list that we lost in this fight because Turzai and Baker were playing good old boys club.
Randy Robertson.
Yep, Randall Robinson. You know, I mean, it just the thought of it, you know, and then they always use the excuse, well, if we pass medical cannabis, man, you're going to be like out here for full legalization. Get out of here. It doesn't matter what comes after medical cannabis. What matters now is that the medical cannabis can save lives, but y'all are playing games.
What about Marie Hollingsworth? Remember Marie?
Yep, Marie. I mean, there's like the list can go on. I mean, we
I
can
got a list of people that suffered because of these jerks.
Yeah.
And died because of these jerks.
And it was Turzai and Baker. And you know, the thing is, that they generally say that the House Speaker eventually likes to go on to become governor. Well, I can tell you right now, if that were
Never.
ever a chance, I can guarantee you that Normal and everybody would rally together, just like we did with one-term Tom, to make sure that that man would never step foot as far as a governor, because him and Baker both played the game, you know. And it's sad because, like I said, 3 years we fought, 3 years we lost a lot of great people, you know, and it was like literally, it was like a political game. Oh, well, if we give you your bill, can you give us the liquor privatization? Was Turzai's argument. No, we're not going to give you liquor privatization. We don't trade one bill for another bill. I'm not going to, you know, what? So you're saying alcohol is more important than medical cannabis? Really?
Oh, it's as important though.
You know?
Really? Idiots.
So yeah, I
Idiots.
mean that's the kind
That's
of
sick.
that's the kind of shenanigans that got played here, you know. And it shouldn't be that way. I mean, if you're compassionate and you care about people, I mean, you would
Cash over compassion. Get
Yep.
that straight. Cash
like
over compassion.
Yep. You know,
The
and
Commonwealth only cares about cash.
Passion for cash.
They don't care about compassion.
No passion for compassion.
I mean, we sat out here literally. This whole corner over here.
This entire area was filled with people doing a sit-in.
Sit-ins.
The entire area. And Christy laid down in front of Turd's Eye's office doors.
Did you have the waiting room here that day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that waiting room.
Yeah, we set up the still waiting room.
Randy was right over there, sitting in
Yeah.
the still waiting room.
That's amazing.
We were here for weeks on end in that still waiting room. So when they go into caucus, they'd have to walk past us
All right.
every day.
Well, we want that. We want that to happen here. They walk past us and we.
Well, what I'd like to happen is to actually have one of my lawyers do something. I mean, remember the second lawyer I was telling you about?
Yeah.
She's disappeared now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. High and dry, you
And
can't find
now
her.
it's like, oh, what? So now what? I get a third lawyer to go after the second and the first lawyer, and it's like.
It's playing whack-a-mole.
Yeah. That's a bad game of whack-a-mole.
Yeah.
And we can't get a hold of her. Not. We've attempted email. We've attempted text. We've
Calling.
attempted.
Got a number?
calling.
Give me a number.
I gave you all the contact information. I sent it to you.
Oh, I have it. Yeah.
And I've
So-
actually, because I don't live too far from her office, I go up there, and her office door is locked, so there's a business down below, and I go there, and it's like the people can say down there, oh, well, we haven't heard any movement upstairs for weeks. So she's not even coming in. And then we found out that another client of hers,
Yeah.
they came the whole way down from Boston, like a 7-hour travel, to find out why. Apparently her brother's in jail in Franklin County.
I'll get you the
And he was due for his formal trial, and the judge asked him, he said, sir, where's your lawyer? He had to look at the judge and said, I don't know where my lawyer is. So that's really cool. So you pay your lawyer to show up in court, and she doesn't even show up. So now he's in jail still because his lawyer never showed up for his formal trial.
I have the number here, hippie. Want to call? Want to call your lawyer?
Yeah. Go for it.
We got nothing to lose. Do we?
If she answers, I'll fall over because we've been calling for how many weeks?
A while.
Ringy dingy. We can play ringy dingy all day. Sorry, what was that?
It'll pick up after this ring.
Okay.
You reached Attorney Susan Pickford. Please leave the time and date that you called and any message you'd like to leave. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you.
Okay.
At the tone, please record your voice message. When you are finished recording, you may hang up or press pound for more options.
Yes, hello. You're live on the air with the Sativa Cross podcast. I'm here with Happy Hippie. He has something to tell you.
This is Happy Hippie. I've been waiting to hear something from you. Have not heard anything from you, so I'm letting you know officially you're fired. Doing to Donald Trump, you're fired. Recuse yourself. Get a hold of the courthouse. Get lost. I'll be looking for my money back. Goodbye.
You kind of stink. You really didn't do your job well. Just saying. I know everybody knows it. We're podcasting live from the Harrisburg Rotunda, and everybody here is laughing at you right now. You stink. You stink. All right, so we'll leave her on the air.
Yeah.
So, Hippie, are you going to start a hunger strike over this whole thing now, or is that what's happening today?
I was considering doing a hunger strike.
You're doing a hunger strike today.
Well,
yes, you're doing.
That's pretty much what's going to happen. I'm not
Really?
going to be eating anything. I'll just continue taking my vitamins, and we'll see what happens. Maybe if they have to deal with a starving veteran, maybe they'll be called into doing something then. But Christy's betting on that they'll let me starve to death first before anything actually happens.
Are you going to live in a refrigerator box too on the State House steps? Have you rethought that?
Yeah, I've rethought that because they can actually have me removed.
Arrested or removed?
Both. They can remove me, and then if I come back, they'll arrest me.
All right, well, just go for the moving. Just see if they'll move you. just have them move you, and then just leave. We'll make a video, and we go away.
Mm.
Tracy, you down for living in a box for a couple of days to protest? You want to live in a fountain?
Yeah, I'll live in a fountain.
Take free showers.
She'll be the mermaid.
I'll be the fish.
I'll just be the bum hanging out on the steps. Hey man, can you help me? Spare some compassion.
Can you spare a little bit?
Spare some change. Spare some compassion.
Just a little. Just a little.
Can you make a phone call to the senator, please?
Come on, we're dying here. We're dying over here. Literally dying over here. Idiots. Yeah.
Hey, we have another patient over here, Tony.
Yeah, man.
He's here with his puppers.
Oh yeah, I know. He's the first person I saw today.
Yeah.
But Tracy, what are we gonna do? What's the story? What's the game plan? What's step one?
Well, I don't know. Like, I'm stuck. I know as a patient, like, I'm stuck.
Yeah.
I really don't know what to do because, I mean, I'm just going to have to keep taking my medicine the way I've been taking it. And if she de-X's me from the practice, that's what I'm going to have to do. And I'm just going to have to float around until 2018 because it seems like nobody here wants to do anything. They don't, you know, the DOH doesn't want to include, adult patients. And the people here don't want to do anything for adult patients, so you're screwed. I mean, even if we go to like a legal state and get a card, there's no reciprocity anywhere.
I try not to get that close to the government.
So, I mean, it's not like you can go to a legal state and then come here, so you're screwed.
I showed some intestinal fortitude today, and I actually brought my cannabis jar across
wonderful.
the border.
Yeah, but there's nothing in it, man.
Oh, you saw that?
Yeah, so they can't do shit to you.
Smells good.
Smells like alcohol. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, until
I'm scared. I'm scared like you are.
Yeah, like until the DOH, does something for the adults, we're stuck. I mean, literally, we're stuck. We are.
You have reached the maximum time permitted to record. To send your message, press 1 at any time. To listen to your message, press 2. To re-record, press message sent. Thank you for calling.
You're welcome.
So yeah, I don't even know who we turn to right now because it's like, I don't want to be an asshole and say, well, that sucks, the kids got it, we didn't. But that's not what we're saying. We're saying it should be, and they were all saying, like, everybody that helped with the bill, 6 months they'll have something up for the adults, and they didn't.
Yeah. Pulled a Pinocchio there.
Yeah, I mean, they'd all have long noses. So I don't know where we go. I mean, the only thing we can do is decrim, but that still doesn't protect us at the doctors. So what do we do? Where do we go? Right here.
This is it. We're here.
This
is one of our options. One of them. There's more. This is one of them.
It took me 5 years of dealing with my therapist for him to even look into said patent that we're talking about with the medical patent and so forth. He didn't believe that.
5 years.
Yeah, it took me 5 years to get him to look into something.
You know how many people died in 5 years?
Yeah,
with your condition? Really?
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
And I've been on the record with the VA Medical Center for 18 years now. I've been making use of it for over 22 years. So you would think I know what actually works for severe PTSD.
I know you know.
Yep. Well, think about it this way, too. I mean, who was it that they were saying that actually has, why the DEA did not reschedule cannabis? I forget who they say has the patent on the neuroprotectant part of it.
We do. We own the patent.
But there's a reason why the DEA won't reschedule it, and I forget who.
What was their reasoning? I forget. It was some stupid thing.
It's a gateway drug.
Maybe it was a gateway.
That was their main thing.
Was that it? Yeah.
It's a gateway
So
drug.
lame.
The only thing it leads to is food and really good sex.
But yeah, I mean, if you really think about it, look at all these people that have been in like traffic accidents, that have had like traumatic brain injury, like,
Sheila over here.
Yeah.
She was involved in 2 accidents. She has PTSD from that. She has TBI.
Yeah, like a traumatic brain injury. I mean, they could be giving them like cannabis oil to help with their treatment. No go.
I got all the above. I have
Yep.
seizures, I have severe PTSD, I have TBI, and I have MST, and I still can't get it, as well as chronic pain.
Yep.
So I meet the qualifying conditions on 5 levels. What the fuck?
Yep. No go, man. No sold. Well, I'm gonna
Get to work, politicians.
Yeah. Do something, please.
today, tomorrow. We'll be here every day.
Yeah, we'll be here.
365.
We will keep coming back.
Okay, we'll find a day when they're all going to be working, and whatever day that is, we'll be here. Whatever that is.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna let Tony hop up here because he's got some stuff to tell you too.
Yeah, Tony, we want to talk to you.
Tony, come on, man.
Tony the Tiger, come on up, man.
Come on, bro.
Now, I know Tony, I think Tony's a MMA fighter, or he was an MMA fighter. And, hey, will you
And
fight
model.
him? Will you sumo wrestle Tony?
Can you get up?
Maybe.
I don't think that'd be fair, man. Wait, we both have broken backs, so maybe
Might be a
maybe,
fair fight.
Maybe we could do an MMA.
Yeah.
Two broken back guys, man.
This might work. Might work.
Here we go.
Tony, how are you, buddy? Good to see you.
Yes, sir. Oh, here we go.
Got it, man.
Yeah, we'll hop it.
Hop it.
Hop it.
Hop on in, brother.
Got your service dog here.
Yep, Atlas is wanting to do everything he's not supposed to.
Uh-huh.
Great service dog.
Yeah. Tony Alshire, what's going on, buddy? The first time I met you was making the Still Waiting video with Dana. And that's how I met you. I got your video, and I'm sitting here editing your video, and I'm like, wow, this guy's got a crazy story, too.
Yeah, it's been a wild ride. Coming from being a resident here, being a resident from California. You know, I'm that's what really got me is
The
when,
duality.
Yeah, you know, you go from one spot to they look at you like nothing, and then from here now you're
Step out of the car!
Yeah, like,
Get on the ground! Stop resisting! Stop resisting!
See, he's a good.
There we
he's a good
go.
protector,
Allison,
isn't
what
he?
is going on? No, but yeah, that's literally.
He's used to saying that. Stop resisting. Attack.
Yeah, like what? No.
Stop resisting. Are you a cop?
Yeah, he's just, what the hell is going on? It's like, that's what they did.
Good
That's what
service
they did.
dog.
I've seen this before.
It's not good.
It's like, no. Oh, he found a treat. But, I mean, yeah.
Oh, my God.
But no, stop, get down. Yeah, it was a big change from one spot to the next, and being here, being prosecuted. I've been a felon for a personal amount of literally medicine is all it was, but I was turned a felon because I had two forms of medicine. You know, I had flowers, which I use for anxiety that's instant. You know, and I had a concentrated form that I use for ingestion. So, well, the two of them landed me a felony for manufacturing. But when you have a quarter ounce of flour and a gram of concentrate, I'm not really quite sure what you're manufacturing for or who, other than, if anything, myself, which I didn't even that, but okay, I'm not quite sure where you're getting your info from and how you're coming up with what you're coming up with, but yeah, that felony kind of smacked me over the head for no out of left field for no reason.
When was this?
It's been almost a year. Well, no, about 2 years now, probably total, since I tried to fight it for a good time. And my lawyer robbed me.
You too, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah. 15 grand down the hole, and she was off out the country because her husband was busy sending pornography when she knew about it, and before the scandal came out in the news and whatnot, she was off taking my money, going out the country, and said, to hell with my case, and he said, still got a felony for having my medicine that I had I'm in a valid rec for one state. Okay, not here, but we just a few months after passed the fucking law, passed the bill here. That's what got me. So, and I'm still trying to work my ways through that, but it's not. Atlas, no, it's not easy.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
How did they make that jump from a quarter ounce of flour and a gram of concentrate to manufacturing? How did they justify that?
A finished product.
Sure, that's I'm not quite sure. It was.
What were you manufacturing? What led them to believe that you're the manufacturer?
I have no idea, because the two forms I had on me, you made this.
Like if you had like like a tube and a can of butane and a gram of flour
Sure.
on you, I could see how they,
Yeah.
they
No,
would put two and two together.
They just
but
they know the routine, and they had the two there and said, bang, this is what's good. This
so
is
it
how.
was just a combination of that and your lawyer.
Oh, my lawyer just disappeared.
And your lawyer just
yeah.
disappearing, and you kind of just fell through the cracks.
Mhm. You know, I had.
I'm sorry, brother.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And so I'm still going through, still trying to figure. Again, that felony still sits there, and I'll get through the rest of it. But when it's all said and done, that felony doesn't go anywhere. That felony stops and screws my life up. Of being a patient where now look how many places. Look what's happening all around the world, all around our United States. How many places are getting on board? How many places are just saying, the hell with it? Here we go. You can have it. Forget you don't even need it medically. Here, just take it. You know what?
Yep.
Okay, so why does that leave me still? I'm screwed because of this felony. I can go to any of these places, but because of this felony, they say no. But wait, this felony is not a felony here. Well, no, I'm sorry, you still can't. Well, that doesn't make any sense. So it's been a nightmare to say the least. But it's I met a lot of great people along the way. So and we all come out. I love to go everywhere, and travel, meet new people because we're all, like I said, is a community, a cannabis community. We all fight together, and it's just to reach out and meet, it's the hell that you get comfortable. It's if you're not comfortable in one spot, I'm gonna go where I'm comfortable. I'll travel, whatever. I'll do what I got to. Even if I'm not supposed to, hey, you do what you got to do. It should be my right to it is my right in certain places. That's what again, it's
you have a right to travel.
Yeah,
you have a right to travel.
Yeah. So if I can go here and this, then leave me alone. Whatever. But
California,
yeah.
Here I come.
Yeah, because DC's not too far neither, but it's a little cold still here.
It's weird still in DC yet. So Cal is the way to go.
Yeah. I mean that's I'm that's where I have my card holder. It's.
You know what really scares me though? Jeff Sessions.
Why?
Isn't that scary? Jeff Sessions.
Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work out. References to Lady Gaga on this on the whole thing. Really? Like we're using high profile musicians who are. They don't. She's not. You know how many drugs that woman's on? Like, come on. Like, don't use her and say, "Oh, Lady Gaga says it. She smokes weed." So now, we gotta ban it. This is why it's bad because Lady Gaga's. She started out. Shut up. Come on, man. Are you serious?
The host of The Apprentices are now our commander in chief.
Yeah. Like, are we like what?
What happened?
How did we get here?
It's no wonder Lady Gaga got dragged into all this.
Yeah, Gaga. They had to do something here. Gaga. Look,
Talk about distractions.
Yeah. Squirrel. Here you go. Man, yeah. But I don't know. It's whatever. We'll still fight. Fight to.
We like to fight, Tony, right?
Oh, it's going to be a whole different fight.
That's what I'm all about.
You were an MMA fighter, right?
Yeah, I fought. Good bit of probably 7 to 9 years. Can't quite sure how long it was. The stretch that we fought, and then I had a neck surgery. Walked in, had to go there. I listened to the doctors, and rested, and my back blew out during that time. I went in something for that, and didn't walk out. So that was and then that's been 4.5 years, and a number of issues from then on that they don't even want to talk to me. They won't bother with me.
Your neck?
No, from my I'm paralyzed from my left hip flexor down.
How'd that happen?
That's what everybody wonders.
They don't
like
know.
I said, nobody.
They screwed you up.
From what what has been said is the only possible way to have gone into a surgery and come out in this condition is something had to have happened.
They hit a nerve. Yeah.
And nobody would say that, but yes, that's there's no other explanation. It's been, again, it's 4.5 years. Nothing's changed. But other than I've had multiple other issues. I've torn quads. I've torn hamstrings in my good leg.
That's because you're out of balance. You're all messed up.
Everything's I control everything's on one side. So when that blows, they want it. They look at me like, yeah, hey, damn man, that's pretty bad. Okay, what are we gonna do? They head home, I guess, and rest. I got a muscle blown out this big in the back of my leg. Well, we're not gonna touch you. Why? And it's like, well, no, whatever. They don't. Wow. Yeah, it's a thing, but the big thing is with this is I've also got a lot of the brain issues from fighting in football and fighting the concussion issues. It's a daily basis. I wake up not knowing where I'm at. And
Sometimes.
Really?
Yeah. That whole thing where Sheila told you about her and I having conversations and me not even remembering.
Oh yeah, that's
completely true, man.
That's from the
with
TBI, really.
Yeah. TBI, mine have a TBI, CTE, and the PTSD. That all kind of combines. But the TBI and the CTE, they're the same. They're traumatic brain injuries. Brains are deteriorating. The thing about with what I medicate with, and I look for specifics because everybody looks at the THC, CBD, and they focus on this and this. Well, there's many more compounds to this that are just as important. I look for ones that are higher in CBG. CBG is a compound that actually helps rebuild and formulate the barriers around the brain cells, stops them from deteriorating, and it then allows them to, with the others combined, and rebuild and regrow. Well, keeping that from me, I'm fucking turning into I'm going down. It's not. You say no. Well, guess what? Day one, things start to happen. I had an episode in the middle of my kitchen last night to where you ever hear you get your ears ringing, you get the ear ringing in the ears. Well, this was to the point it was crippling. I was on the floor to the fact I couldn't hear. I couldn't hear. I couldn't see anything. I've never heard this in my life, so I don't know.
It's like tinnitus times 10.
Yeah, it was
that whole ringing in your ears that you get from listening to music too loud for a while. You're talking 10 times that at least. And I say from experience, I've had 3 traumatic brain injuries. I was also an MMA fighter and concussion issues, so I know exactly where you're coming from. And the other one, the vertigo, the dizziness, and so forth with TBI.
And they don't, and that's what they're. You keep that from us, not because they don't understand it. Well, to do the research, no research. There's plenty of research, and then okay, look at me then. Watch here. You wanna see? I give you 3 days. Watch the 3 days I went through trying to not medicate for whatever reasons I did, and it was a nightmare. And that's why I think the episode happened last night, is because my body's still not balanced back out to normal yet, and this thing, like I said, it came out of left field, and it was crippling. It left me. I've never had it so bad in my life, and it's worrying, but whatever. Trying to get back, we gotta
one
do
step
what we got
forward
to.
at a time,
but it's just a shame. We shouldn't have to go to the extremes that we do, but and be prosecuted, made a felony. I mean, how are we criminal like this again? Criminals here. We go an hour and a half one way, or an hour and a half the other way. You're not a criminal anymore.
I know, right?
Excuse me. Like, you go to our nation's capital, and I'm fine with and it's my medicine. Even though even there, it's not even medicine. It's just here. You can have it.
Yeah.
And I'm fine. And that's in our nation's capital.
Isn't it funny that in Pennsylvania, if you go to the west, out towards Pittsburgh, it's decriminalized.
Oh yeah.
You go to the east, out towards Philadelphia,
decriminalized.
And right here, in the capital in Harrisburg, just in this city, just in the city limits, it's decriminalized.
Yep.
Why?
Why? Yeah, why?
Why only those
Prohibition.
areas? Why only
And
those
we should have
areas?
learned that prohibition doesn't work.
Nope.
They figured that out with alcohol. So hey, Listen, politicians, if it didn't work with prohibition back for alcohol, what makes you think it's going to be any different for cannabis? Wake up.
That was loud.
Well, supposedly there's some people here today in their offices, so I got to make sure that they can hear.
Oh, they're here.
Wake up.
Who's here? There's people here in the offices hiding from you?
Oh, they're definitely hiding.
Governor Casey's here today.
Governor Casey's here.
Hey.
Do we like him?
No, probably not.
Yeah, I like him.
Oh,
I went to
Okay,
a
well, yeah.
WWF thing with him.
We like him. Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah, well, wait, yeah, we like him. All right. Yeah, we're good. He's
All
a guy,
right.
I guess, yeah, well, he's on a good team.
This week.
Yeah, see,
For now.
This is the TBI saying I speak. Sometimes my mouth just says, and I'm like, oh, wait, never mind. What did I say? That was recorded? Shit,
No, in
somebody-
fact, the governor's pushed for the medical marijuana. in
Yes.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
Okay,
like,
Yeah.
come on, you know, like if you've got that, like, but the whole waiting process, like, it's from day one when the bill was signed, we were told, okay, you know, the children were 30 days, adult patients were 6 months. Then all of a sudden, children weren't getting it.
Then it got
you know,
changed
yeah,
to
then
just the kids with their vets
then
and the
kids
parents
like,
of
hold
it.
on, like, wait a minute.
But that's because the mama bears did more work than any of the other groups.
Yeah,
That's why
and
they
pushed,
okayed it just
and then-
for them.
yeah,
So
and
they
then
got
so-
the.
Well, then
got it, and
here's
everybody else
and
too.
then also here's my take. So they give the safe harbor letters to what 150 children. So that's 150, and only 150 that they know that the money's not going to them. But now they know there's what tens of thousands of patients that at that point in time, if they said at 6 months would have gave that safe harbor letter, there's tens of thousands of people going elsewhere spending money on medicine that's not going into their fucking pockets. Right. So at that point, they're, you know, hey, they thought about it and said, wait a minute, no, we better pull back on that. We're losing out on a lot of money. Let's just make them wait. But in the meantime, you know how many people are dying? How many people are blowing their heads off? You know how many people are dropping because of this because they can't? Or how many people are being prosecuted because, okay, listen, we need what we need, and you passed a law, and you told us one thing, and then all of a sudden you backed out on us. No. People are saying the hell with it and doing what they want. But at the same time, prosecute. Come on, man, we can't have a bill here saying this and then telling you and then slamming you on the head for it. Doesn't make no sense. Get your shit together. Come on, no, you can't. I mean, I don't know. That's another thing I get rampant into. But
Are you from the area?
Yeah, I'm local.
How many people that you know have died this year?
6 that I know of from last year.
Yeah,
Really? How many of it was
6
opiate
people that I knew
related?
personally.
Oh my
Between
God.
opiate to, it was probably opiate started, you know what I mean, and turned to the heroin epidemic. That
But
came
yeah,
through.
they're prosecuting you and me.
Yeah.
Because your and my stories
Yeah.
are very similar.
Oh yeah, but that's
I've had 5 veteran friends and 1 non-veteran friend.
Yeah, I've
As a
lost.
disabled
I've literally
veteran,
lost
I've
count.
seen a lot of brothers and sisters lose their fight because of these politicians not getting it right and getting it done.
Yeah,
Period.
Yeah, the last 6 months of 2016, I couldn't. The number I have lost count. It got to the point I couldn't look at my phone. I got tired of messages being, hey, you know, so. Like, are you kidding me?
You want to know the real killer in Pennsylvania? It's heroin.
Yes.
Yeah.
And but no,
Yeah.
let's not lock this. Let's not put them. Let's lock us up. Who needs something that's going to help us instead? Listen, lock these
That's
people
how they
up.
help you. They
Yes.
ruin your life so they can help
Yeah,
you.
exactly. No.
They ruin
You
your
wanna
life and
help
give
somebody.
you and they want to give you a record. And they want you to pay fines and so forth so that they can help your life.
Sure. No, but
Because
instead,
by making you poor and giving you a record so you can't get a job and so that you can't do
Keep in the
stuff,
system.
that's supposed to help you.
yeah, they just keep you locked
They,
in.
they help you.
Yeah.
But why don't they just beat me over the head like a baby seal and just get it the hell over with?
Yep.
It's
No.
a revolving door, just
Yep.
like those doors we came through.
Bingo. Instead, why not? Okay, if you're locking us up for no point, no reason. Put that time and effort and that money you spent on us into this person who has an issue, who's going to end up dead if you don't fix this issue. Instead, you're letting the issue go. Lock that person up. Get them the help. Put that money that you're wasting on us, locking us the fuck up and like just nonstop after us. Put that money into somebody who needs that help with that treatment with heroin. Put that money into them. Get them off of that shit. No, instead let's just harass people that use medicine that's not going to kill them. It is harmless.
That's legal in half
of our country,
Yeah.
and
Go figure.
come on. So yeah, no, I don't. I don't know what the drives you nuts someday. I try to have to not think about it. That's why we just travel, go where we gotta go.
Yeah.
Go where I go feel
Oh
comfortable.
God, I gotta get high so I can deal with the bullshit.
Yeah. Very high.
I'm stressed out now. Like what the? There you go.
Who's that?
Who do we got coming in today?
Who's that?
Who got Senator Regan?
Come over here, Senator Regan.
No,
Can
no.
we talk to you? Is he cool? Senator Regan, can we talk to you, please?
He's not.
Oh, it's not? Oh,
No.
hello.
How
Hey,
you
good,
doing,
sir.
sir?
Good afternoon.
That's not. Senator Regan went the other
Regan
way.
went the other way.
Oh, why wouldn't Senator Regan talk to us?
Because he just.
Guess he saw one look at your banner and went, "Oh shit,
Oh,
I
yeah.
better go this way."
Yeah, he
had the
he's in-
deer in headlights look. Yeah, eyes got big.
He's in
and
support
he
for
was like, "I'm
he's
gonna
in
go
support
this
for
way."
medical and medical for. He supported the bill.
He did.
But after that, that's as far as that's as far as he's gonna.
He
go
did
with
more
that.
than Turdseye.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He did more than Baker.
No, definitely. Oh, that's what I said. That's why Regan's a good guy, man. I have nothing ever negative to say. He did a lot of good, and I understand where he's at. But at the same time, it's like sit in our shoes too, man. I wish
I
you
don't
could,
understand it.
like
I don't
like
get it.
being in our shoes.
Mike
and why not
Fulmer's in
fight?
our shoes.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Mike
And that's-
Fulmer used
Fulmer,
it
Fulmer,
for
man,
his
every
issues.
every time I see that man, it comes to a hug and tears in eyes. Feels man, I'm so sorry you had to go through it. And it's man, you going through like I am too, bro. Like but and he feels away because he wanted to help. He wanted to help my situation. He wants to help the situations we get in because he understands and he's in a position to talk to he's in a place where he can speak to people that wasn't that look down upon people. So yeah, Farmer is I don't know what else to say about that man. He's just a great man. He is one of us, and he's on that front line and took it and he made big steps. Now certain others did what they did to get their points. I don't know what this. Watch it. I'd be knocking my door down again for my medicine to get the hell out of here. But
well, when is your
That's
safe
okay,
harbor?
I'll make waves.
When does your safe harbor start? Come on, you got a date, right? They give you a date.
Yeah,
no?
right. Their dates say
No.
what do they say? We're estimated 2018.
2018.
There's your
February
yeah.
2018.
Wait. For your safe harbor?
No, there is no safe harbor. Adults are no longer safe harbor.
Safe harbor.
No, that was the biggest crusher of it when at first is
That's why I'm leaving.
Yeah.
That's why I'm looking to move to California.
Adult patients are nothing.
The corruption here in
Yes.
PA, along with them not providing safety for us. So if they're going to still look at me as a criminal, and if they're still going to be able to come pounding on my door and wanting to search my place, then I can't really feel good about staying here.
I was told 6 months you have safe harbor.
That's what we were told. That was
Your
I don't know when it was
smoke
yanked.
got blown
Yep.
up your ass.
Who yanked it?
I don't
and they
know.
told you it was a foggy
yanked
day.
it?
I guess the same ones that just put the provision in just to cover the kids with their vets and the parents of the kids with their vets. And they put that into play with the mama bears. I don't know who the person is specifically. I'm going to find that out this afternoon. However, yeah, they only made the move for the mama bears and so forth because they say the mama bears did more work and made more noise.
You
than
need to advocate for
anybody
yourself.
else.
Yeah. Jersey's
But
the same
thing
way.
is, I came out
if
to
you don't
every.
make noise, you don't-
I came out to every single one. I came out
Yeah,
for the
we did. We
Keystone.
were-
You have to.
I came
You
out for
have
the
to.
Keystone Cannabis Coalition. I came out for the Pennsylvanians' right to try. I've come out for Pennsylvanians for safe access.
We wouldn't have Crohn's covered in New Jersey if Stephen Kusplich didn't come out and testify.
And that's a wonderful because that's another thing I suffer with. So believe me, that's
wouldn't
why
be
I
on the-
ingest.
they wouldn't
I
have
came
it.
out of the closet 5 years ago. I've been
You
coming
have to.
out
You
and
have
coming
to, or
these
they won't hear
rallies.
you.
No, you got to speak.
Crohn's is
Even
covered because of people like Stephen speaking his mind.
Speak it. If you don't
Got
speak,
to.
if you don't speak, that's one of the things that I am grateful for here is with with adding the autism, that
And
that
PTSD.
huge.
Yeah,
Autism
huge,
and PTSD, like that was.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like you said, where's your safe harbor letter?
Yeah.
We don't get
We don't
one.
have that. That's a limit. You're going. Wait, hold on. I remember 6 months. Yes, I was told 6 months. We sat here in the fucking.
We were
I
told
sat
6 months.
I sat. What was that?
However,
Where's that office
what they
up
told
there?
us and what we got,
Yeah.
two
Oh no,
different
6
things.
months. No, never
Basically,
mind.
they blow smoke up.
What
our
do you
ass.
get after 6 months?
Fucked.
Thanks for coming by.
We get
What do you-
fucked.
Yeah.
That's
Thanks for
what
coming
we get.
out all the time and
Thanks
and
for
support.
coming out.
Thanks
You
for
get
support.
nothing. You get
Come on.
nothing.
Well, let's see. It depends. If you're sitting at home and trying to medicate and somebody smells and calls the law, I'll tell you what you
You're
get.
done. You're going to jail. That's what you
get.
get.
My situation.
Or mine.
So there's your safe harbor. It doesn't exist. Why they do blast and bloat like
Welcome
I
to
don't
why
care.
a lot of our patients here in PA are pissed off.
They're pissed off. They're
We
dying.
were
They're
promised
leaving.
safety,
They don't know
and then
what to
there
do.
isn't any safety. So yeah, about that.
I didn't know that.
Yep. Yeah,
Well,
that was
you
pulled.
learned
That's been a
something
big
new
issue.
today.
I don't like learning new things like that.
No.
That sucks.
I know that sucks, but welcome to our nightmare.
Jesus Christ!
It
I thought
was-
Jersey was bad.
It's all bad.
It is bad.
It is bad.
It is
Jersey's
bad,
Yeah, it's no, it's.
All right. Well, we got to make some phone calls next show, and I don't even know who to call. But
we'll find.
I'm going to get you the
we'll
judge.
figure out a call.
Give me a list.
I'm
I
going
mean,
to get you my
Jesus.
judge's name.
That's
I'm going
what-
to get you the,
We got to figure out who
the name of
who
my
to talk to.
prosecutor in the district attorney's office.
Bird's Eye.
I am going to
Baker.
get you
Yeah,
Bird's Eye's office.
Fulmer.
Fulmer.
Who's your
Oh,
governor?
Harper.
Call the governor.
Wolf. Governor
Call
Wolf.
Wolf.
We'll come back here next month. We'll do this again. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
bullshit.
I love this.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. Let's do this again. We're not done. We just started. Fuck this. Really.
We didn't start
Well, no,
this,
yeah.
but we will finish it.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
They're not gonna like us when we're done.
Nope. I was nice.
And that's
I was the
that's
happy
what,
hippie
that's
before.
what gets it done.
They're going to get the heinous hippie next
Yeah.
That's what gets it done.
Unfortunately, we have to
nobody
be-
likes
yeah.
to. Yeah,
we have to
nobody-
get heinous in order to get them to listen.
Okay, here we go. Starting now.
Look out, mother. Nope. Yeah.
Well, you know the reason why we're heinous? Because we have kids like this in Jersey, like Sabina Rose, that died waiting for cannabis. And you have patients in Pennsylvania waiting for cannabis that died.
My father being one of them. And now it might be one of my cousins.
Yeah, I go to a funeral this evening or this week, whatever. My aunt, died of bowel issues. So yeah, right there, exactly.
Really? Oh, shit.
Bowel issues.
Oh,
So
God.
right there alone, that they left her go on too. I'm not even going to get into all that, but yeah, bowel issues.
What do you mean? What they do?
Diverticulitis.
Sepsis and stuff like that?
It's in a whole. I don't know, because I don't want to get into all that, because I don't know what is even going on, because like I said, I know she got sent home and ended up back in the hospital, and within an hour died because of bowel issues. So, bowel issues that for 2-3 months she wasn't eating, she wasn't putting fluids in, and that could have been taken care of. And she, the matter of one thing getting in there is going to allow you. Okay, well now I want to eat.
Yeah, how about that?
And then we can figure out, well, then maybe other symptoms will arise because they didn't see this because she wasn't putting in the food. Well, if you can tell she's not eating, why are you not asking that? Why are you not addressing that? Instead, they put off as something else and send you home with some medications or whatever. And in the meantime, they don't see you at home withering away to nothing. And then you show back up, and boom, there you go. And then you find this out. Well, hold on. You looked at this from the right way instead of, here, what script can I write for you? Because I get paid every time I write one of these pieces of paper down, I get a percentage. So let's look at your symptoms. Okay, I can write you this, and this. That pays for my Benz. Yeah, there's my car payment. There's my Mercedes payment. So get the hell out of here. I don't know what happened to doctors. I know as a kid when I grew up, doctors, you thought as if doctors were there to, they went out there. It wasn't about money for them. It was about help. You know what I mean? Same things with vets, and the same things why we're doing this. It's help, man. We're not. Yes, we're all patients. We're all people, but we're not speaking just for ourselves. We're speaking for people that can't sit here and do this right here. So that's That's what doctors were supposed to be for. You know what I mean? They're here to help. What they're not helping. I mean, there's very few.
They are. They're helping themselves.
Yes, exactly. But what happened to their
Money
job is to help us.
Money
Not-
again.
yeah.
Money happened.
Yep, money, and that's the same thing with the laws and they.
I told you, cash wins out over compassion.
Well, and soon as you get a target on you, when it comes
It
to
sticks.
now you're profiled and with law because
Yep.
they're like, hey, and you bashed me for a personal little small use as a ticket, but now every time you see me, you're gonna mess with me.
This is what I was
Instead
wearing
of-
when they profiled me.
Yeah,
didn't I?
yeah. Oh yeah.
This is the exact outfit I was wearing when they profiled.
Yeah, and they look at it and say, "Oh, this guy, he gotta be." Yeah, look, yeah, like, really? So what? And even it's like, who cares? Because let me ask what you
They
do when
do.
you go
It's
home.
the low-hanging fruit.
Mhm.
They can't let the low-hanging fruit alone. They need to go after what's
have to
easy.
go what's easy,
They don't want to
exactly.
go after rapists and killers.
No.
We'd rather go after peaceful
No,
hotheads because at least they don't fight back.
Look, the rape. Listen, because the rapists and killers.
Unless you become a cyber
The rapists, the rapists and killers. The rapists and killers are walking around every day, dressed like I am, and they hide behind that. But if you actually have to have a conversation with these people, you can see there's something wrong because their attitudes are like, just fuck you. You know, they're above everything. They're above all else. They don't give two shits, and you're like, man, what the fuck is wrong with this person? How does this person feel? How can they? And they're the people that, and they were being raised. Their parents are the ones raising them this way. I had a confrontation in my dog's pet class with some people over this same issue, and the dad came out of nowhere. These kids were breaking into a locked area, and I happened to step up and say something because the trainer can't go as far as I did. I had to say, dude, you guys, what the hell y'all doing? You're breaking and entering. And some kid wanted to come get in my face and talk shit. Then his dad came out of nowhere and then supported the kid's whole doing wrong. Like, I'm telling to speak to the dad, say, listen, man, the kid's breaking and entering. You need to come find me. No, why weren't you on your? This kid's 20 years old. He's in college. Like, he's not no better. Like, come on, man. Like, and then to sit there and defend his actions when they were breaking into an area where there's people's belongings, people's purses are sitting around.
Dad was in on it.
Yeah, but
He was getting a
these are the
percentage,
people.
10%.
Yes,
It's cash.
These are the people that get left alone though. Yeah, I mean, no, they'll come. Police were called that day, and they were looking at me because I opened my mouth, but they didn't harass the 4 people that were ready to attack me on my crutches, on my brace with it. No, they were profiling and hawking me. It's like, really? Come on, man.
You're the
I'm
bad
like,
guy.
Catch the cripple guy.
Yeah, like, well, yeah, get him. He's got a record. He's got, oh, look, let's look at him. Oh, well, we already know. They already know who I am. So it's like, oh, we got this guy. We can guarantee shit. What's he got in it? What he might have in his car? Or what do you got? I got nothing, man. Just leave me the hell alone.
Go away.
Yeah. So
Come to the hippie hut, man. We got it over there, man.
But yeah, fuck him. Just keep
He's going to
pushing.
be helping me with the weight loss, man. He's
There
my
we go.
secret
How many?
weapon.
How much did you lose so far?
I've lost 17 pounds.
17. I lost 5.
Maybe,
Edibles.
Maybe you should
the
get
edibles kill it. No, being modeling and shit like this. Let me tell you this. I there's times I spent in DC and other places. And I got real good friends that they have a great business, great edible business out in DC. And let's just say I had a fucking shoot coming up in like a week and a half, and they said, come on, we'll come out for an event. I went hard, and I go hard. I go, listen, I'll consume some milligrams. We'll say that, grams and grams and grams. I will consume it. It helps, and it's
100?
not gonna.
100?
More than
100?
Listen, they start out with
250.
Listen, shit.
Give me 250.
I'll tell you one story one
For
time
me,
in
I need
California.
350.
I grabbed a bag of Cheez-Its at a shop in California one time, and even a buddy that was with me even heard the guy tell me. I didn't hear the guy because I'm grabbing pixie sticks. I walked in this place, it was like a fucking candy shop. So I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, yes. I'm like, give me fucking, yeah, give me this, give me that. I'm like, man, I've never seen nothing like this. So I'm like,
Get in the candy
fuck
store,
'em,
man.
yeah, exactly, dude. And I'm like,
Exactly,
and it's
right.
all loaded. Well,
Yep.
I didn't notice, and I didn't even hear the guy say. A guy apparently says, okay, careful, watch the Cheez-Its. We're heading to get this. Mind you, we're on our way to get something to eat, and you know, my buddies in there, hey, before we stop, let's stop at Malibu, stop at the beach, and we'll burn one before we go get something to eat. Sure, okay, you know. So we're sitting there, and I'm like, fuck, man, dude, I'm hungry. I'm really hungry. I start digging into these Cheez-Its.
Oh, no.
Next thing you know, my hands, bags out, and the thing's gone. It's stuck on my hand, and I'm like, oh shit. That's when I look at the label, and it says 2,200 milligrams. I fucking set that. I set back down real quick. At this point, yes, I had the same thing is going through my head. I'm going, did I fucking read that correctly? I'm like 2,200 milligrams. I'm like, I just ate fucking almost an ounce. I'm like, is that real? I'm like, I mean, close to, yeah, but no. I'm like, nah. I was like,
Oh my God.
and then right 2 seconds later, my buddy sitting next to me goes, dude, you just ate that whole bag of Cheez-Its? I was like, that's fucking, I said, you gonna ask me that now? I said, you watched me. I said, dude, you watched me eat the whole bag. I said, I'm trying to go eat, and you guys stop. So I'm like, I said, yes.
Oh, no.
Now my buddy who was in the shop with me, he's in the back seat. He comes out of the back seat out of nowhere and says, dude, you didn't hear the guy in the store say, careful with them Cheez-Its?
Jesus.
I turned around, I said, what the fuck did you just say, man? He said, dude, be careful with the Cheez-Its. I said, motherfucker, I grabbed 50 different kinds of food out that place. You said, you sat back there and watched me eat all these Cheez-Its. I said, well, look, maybe it's just one of them gimmick things, you know, XXX potent thing, you know, no. I said, I'll know here in about 5 minutes.
No such thing.
5 minutes when my eyes went, I was like, oh no. I said, yeah, I said, that might be 2,200 milligrams. I said, you know what? I said, guys, listen, I'm going to lay down in the back seat. Y'all let me know when we get to where we're going.
I just want to take a little nap.
Yeah, well, okay, so we get to that. Now, mind you,
midnight comes along.
No. I swear, they partook on their medicating because I was good. I didn't need to. I'm laying in the back seat. I'm like, just let me know. Let's get. So I thought we went home, and you know, I walk in the house. I can't even see. I can't. They're standing at the table. I just laid on the couch in the fetal position. Like, man, they say, hey, come on, Chief, get up here. Let's take a dab. Come on. And you know, these guys are not used to dab, and they're hype. I'm like, listen, guys, you know I would in a heartbeat, but I can't even see you guys. I said, my body, I'm trying to get up. I said, but I can't. I physically cannot. I said, I'm medicated. I said, I'm good. I said, so I'm really not good. Well, here, this was the end of the night. When I ate them Cheez-Its and laid down in the back seat, well, we done went got something to eat. I said, we do what? We went to this club, and I ate a whole pizza. I mean, listen, I done ate a medicated pizza.
A medicated pizza?
Oh, I ate a medicated pizza.
Oh,
I started eating. There was cookies. There was also, I had no idea.
Oh my God.
My buddy telling me the next day after 12 hours of me sleeping, damn, you finally woke up. Because I had to check on you a few times. He's like, man, you didn't budge. I was like,
damn, dude,
man, I got the best sleeping in
my.
I said, what time is it? He's like, dude, it's like 9 o'clock at night. The next day, I'm like, holy fuck.
Next
I'm
day.
like, yeah, I'm like, man. So then my
You
other
were in
buddy,
a cannabis coma.
Oh, I was,
Wow.
yes. So, but this, I say this for anybody that's like, oh man, you overdose. Oh, man, get the fuck out of here. Listen, if there was a possibility to overdose, I would have done it. I would have done it because I'm telling you, I started with 2,200 milligrams. Now, to be on point, no, but maybe 2,000? Yeah, oh yeah, I can guarantee that. That was a good start. And like I said, I don't remember from then on, and I keep consuming. Now I consume the same way, and I'm fine. I got, you know, my friends in DC, they get a kick out of me because they're like, oh shit, Tony's coming to town. Here we go. What's he gonna? How much is he gonna eat?
Tony the Tiger is gonna chew up them cheese curls.
Well, I get medicated tea, and they by the gallon. I drank a gallon of this tea. I don't even know how the breakdown is on this, but I drank the fucking whole gallon of tea. I'm talking, I was medicated 3 days. 3 straight days. See, we call it fun. When we're in DC, we call it fun. You know, you're medicated. When you're medicated, that's the fun kicked in. So they hit me. They said, oh, look, Tony, the fun kicked in on Tony. I said, yeah, the fun kicked in, all right. I said, it fucking kicked me over. I said, there's what lady has a picture on me, and lady gets on a Facebook or whatever and says, damn, he even got crutches. He said he probably didn't need them after that. I hopped on. I said, hell no. I said, I flew the rest of the night.
Say, pull one of those from Half Baked, and you're
Yeah.
just like floating
Yeah,
around.
I just floated the rest of the night around the club. I was
Oh,
good.
man.
But no, you know, like all this. Well, I just say that just because of the hype of everybody. Oh, you can overdo it. You can overdo anything, but you're not gonna. If you overdo it, you're not gonna harm yourself. You're gonna You're gonna eat. And you're gonna go to sleep. Period. You're not gonna get hurt. So for anybody that says, "Oh, this is gateway drug. This is gonna do this. This is gonna do that," no, it's not.
Tony, let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever burnt your underarm hair off with a MAP gas torch?
No, but let's. No, the fuck?
Okay, we're wrapping up.
Oh, that was great.
Okay. We have our sponsor, Magical Butter. And we're getting kicked out. Because Magical Butter makes your recipes better. Magical Butter makes your recipes better. Brownies, cookies, smoothies, sauces, soups, veggies, candies, salad dressings for your tossed salad, Tony.
Oh yeah.
The tossed salad?
The gummies are the gummies. The gummies are the way to go. That's all I'm saying.
Gummies are good for you?
Gummies are the way to go. That's all I'm saying.
All right, we'll do the gummies. Nicole.
I mean, everything's great, but I'm a gummy guy. I like my sweets.
1-800-420-4334. 1-800-420-4334. Get your Magical Butter machine from magicalbutter.com. It's got a love glove, and it's got everything you need to make your medicine. Thank you all for listening to our show. Our other sponsor is New Jersey Grannies for Grass, cmmmnj.org, sativacross.com, NewJerseyWeedman.com, DavidVersusAutism.org, Blue Planet Biotech, Run New Jersey, Medical-Freedom.com, Cannasense, Tuffy's Fight, Legalized for Lorelei, JacksonStorms.com, Prayers for Sarah, these are people that died from, these are kids with epilepsy, cancer, AIDS, glaucoma, give us 5 minutes, please. Prayers for Pete, Prayers for Sarah, Jenny's Journey, Jenny's Purple Ribbon Journey, Cheryl Miller is a patient who died waiting for her cannabis. Sabina Rose is a 15-month-old baby. Diane Ripatella, hey, you just